There's fucking Jay. I'm Jay Burns.
Absolutely.
Lose Aaron. I play
Don't try to shit on my Twitch, bitch.
I hate people with dildos.
Hey, bitch! This is an MTV Geek, but this is the DC Castings Wishlist Draft. So, fun fact behind the scenes, me and Brian, we have a teams match in TMG Geek Monday recording. So, we're kind of on a geek hype train right now. So, I was like, F it, DCU rip is in the shitter and they're starting afresh. So here's what we would do. So the characters that we are going to be drafting are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Robin, Joker, Lex Luthor, either Hal Jordan or John Stewart, and then more. I forgot. Green Lantern, Booster Gold, motherfucking
fuck your life, bing bong.
So with that said, in the first overall pick, we have Antonio Chavez. Is this going to be hard for you? Is it going to be easy for you? Is this going to be weird for you? What are your thoughts?
I didn't know I had the first overall pick, but yeah, I mean, I actually don't know now because now, yeah, I do. Either way, it's going to be tough because now we're like really doing it football style, where like we don't know what we're going to choose, what superhero we're going to go, and whether we pick the best actor for the job in our opinion, and then people are going to be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So honestly, I don't know. So, but I have an idea what I know what my first overall pick could be. So
yeah,
after that, all off the table.
Yeah, this is definitely the first one, 100%. Where this is not poll based. This is literally just what we think, and we'll see if the poll likes it. With that said, so I'm gonna have some fun with this. Tato, what are your thoughts on this? This is one that your mind is always like, what is Bush? So how do you feel about this in terms of prep and having some fun?
Don't go full. I'm having a good time here. Didn't get a ton of prepping, so I'm doing some scrambling behind the scenes here, and that's why I'm glad to have the third pick, because that way I can't hold up the line for 2 picks in a row.
I like that. JPO, hypothetically, you're not a big fan of like the prep ones, but you were down for this, and you're actually taking it in a sense seriously. What are your thoughts on how this could go, other than shit show?
Oh no, I like the prep ones. It's a lot easier and less thinking when I can just look off my letterbox. I just prefer the other ones. No, I like these too, man. I'm interested to see where people go. Maybe even while with my eyes and go, oh, that would be quite interesting, and see if anyone snipes me and then makes me gotta think more. So we'll see.
Yeah, and then last but not least, Jay, what are your thoughts on how this is? And thumbs up or thumbs down, Last of Us?
I have cried like twice, 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times a Linda Ronstadt today just from The Last of Us. So yeah. No, spoilers. Go fuck yourself, spoilers. Fuck you, guess what? Everybody dies. They're all zombies. No, I don't know. I said I had a list. I lied. So I can't wait to see how nobody picks everything it is that I had, and they still come out with a fire list for everything that's going on.
Wrong.
All right. So with that said, the draft order is going to be Henry, Antonio, Tato, JPO, and Jay. We only have 2 rules. First rule is they can't be specifically DCEU actors already. That's off the table. And then rule number 2 is if someone picks an actor, you're allowed to pick them for a different role because that's, how pitch work works. So with that said, I am starting off.
Real quick, I wasn't looking at the chat. What's the first rule?
Because
don't talk about it. No DCEU actors are allowed to come back or repeat.
Okay.
They're not allowed to come back at all, or just repeat
They're
their
off
roles?
the table because that's lazy.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh,
I don't mind it. I think
Well,
I'm okay,
when I
said
said I could have Ben Affleck as Superman, and you said yeah.
No, I said yeah. I said yeah as in no. Exactly, not that.
Oh, you said yeah as in no. That's my bad. for
Tanner needs another
misunderstanding that.
45 minutes to create his list.
do you mean?
All right, so with
You know exactly what he
plan.
means.
Henry Cavill is Superman, but Affleck is Batman.
yeah, exactly. That's lazy. We're not doing that shit. It's no. I thought you were using that as an example of what not to do. So I was agreeing with you.
I
Yeah,
got
not
you.
that.
I literally said you could do that, and you
I
said
was also
yeah.
shopping at Walmart, so my brain cells were going down. With that said, my
You
name's
don't wrote too much
Confidence.
into any of this.
On the clock, I am going. So a little behind the scenes of what I thought is I will use other superhero actors, quote unquote.
It's hard not to the degree.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because in your mind, but I also am going with a lot of the side ones. So even if they're well known, I'm going with the side ones. So my first overall pick is I'm casting the Joker, and I am going Evan Peters. Jeffrey Dahmer himself. I just think that this is one that he's an actor who has been in American Horror Story, so he's familiar with the horror aspects of it. He's obviously been Jeffrey Dahmer now, so he can do the serial killer creepy effect. He's been a part of superhero stuff, so in terms of as a Quicksilver in the X-Men movies, but he's also come back as Quicksilver in a quick cameo in WandaVision, so he's also not afraid to make fun of himself and kind of be in on the joke as well. So he's a blast. He's young too, so he can be around for a while. And yeah, so I'm going with Evan Peters as my Joker, first overall. All right. Ant-Man, you were on the clock.
All right. This guy is part of the DCAU, and he's actually been in a superhero-related show recently. And I actually think he would do awesome as Batman. I'm going with Jensen Ackles as the Dark Knight.
Damn.
I thought of that.
Yeah, I think he looks the part. He's old enough to be like, and he's if you've seen him in The Boys, he can pull off dark. Obviously, that's a little bit goofy, but now I feel like he can be a little bit more serious. I think he's always wanted to play Batman, so that also helps. And he was great as Jason Todd in Under the Red Hood. If you haven't seen it, great animated movie. And yeah, I think he'd be awesome as Batman. So,
how do you feel as Bruce Wayne? I guess that's also a conversation.
Bruce Wayne, I feel like he could pull off the whole suave businessman look. I do feel like his acting has gotten better since he was younger, so I feel like he can pull both roles off, and make them unique, different. So yeah.
Is that how you spelled it? I kind of just used my gut. I trying to.
Yeah, perfect.
Nailed
Perfect
it.
spelling. Yep.
All right. So I was like, I think I knew you were talking about, but also not on my list. So I hadn't read it recently. All right, Tato. Let's see how long you waste with your first overall pick.
I'm not the first person to fan cast this. I certainly will not be the last. I'm also going to go with my Joker, and I'm going to take Matthew Lillard here.
Ooh.
I think he's perfect for the role, and we've seen a billion great takes on it since it's been said that he would be perfect for the role, but I still want to see it.
My first question: you don't think he's too old at this point to start in the franchise? I'm not saying he's old, but I'm just saying as the start. I'm just curious. You don't think he's too old?
No, I don't.
I was just yeah.
I don't think you need to be a younger Joker. Joker could be in his 50s if you have to,
Yeah,
Yep.
Joaquin Phoenix. I
Joaquin.
could do it. And I could at least do 2 movies and dance. Speaking of dancing, JPO, what's your first overall pick?
Thanks for the setup. I'm gonna go with let's get Ezra Miller out of this fucking universe, and I'm gonna go with Dylan O'Brien as my Flash.
All right.
I think he's shown tremendous range where he can obviously play, the more serious parts of the Flash and definitely have a lot of fun here, whether it's Love and Monsters or even smaller parts like Not Okay or like American Assassin. I think this dude has shown that he can kind of do a little bit of everything. And I know the ladies like him. Shout out to you, Lisa. You don't like me, but you like the little bro, you bitch. Sorry.
All right. Well, luckily Flash beat up Lisa for us. No, that's an Ezra. That's an Ezra. Jay,
and we're canceled. All right, do it.
Just bring it up, Ezra. Jay, give us your first one, and then we'll all kind of speak on everyone's round one. So, what is your first pick?
100%. But I do have just like a clarifying question. Does it have to be like Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart?
No, if you got a different lantern, I guess.
Yeah, I guess if you have a different lantern, that's just the two we know because we're not as nerdy. So whatever.
No, that's 100% fair. So that being said, my Jon Stewart choice for Green Lantern
I like
is
how you
Idris
asked
Elba.
that as if it still wasn't going to
I
be.
still got John.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, does it have to be those
I'm
two?
just
'Cause I'm
saying.
picking one of those two.
I'm picking one of those too, but I want to make sure that it's not them because I could have gone Bill Burr, dickbag. Fuck you. I have the next pick. Don't play that shit.
Well,
Yeah.
calm down, Last of Us. I'm offended. You said as Jon Stewart, right?
Yeah.
Give us a little synopsis
Idris
of
is
why-
Jon Stewart.
He's trying to
give us a
show he's
little
not.
synopsis of why you're picking that.
I didn't even hear the actor. You just Elba?
Idris, yes.
Okay.
He's trying to show he's not racist.
Why
Okay,
do you
so
want-
tell me, Ant-Man, who else you would pick. By all means, have the floor. Tell me who else you would pick.
No, I got other.
Oh, Ant-Man's like, oh no, I wouldn't choose Idris Elba. I'm choosing Daniel
no,
Kaluuya.
I thought we were all gonna go Hal Jordan.
No,
that was the
fuck
joke.
you.
Fucking-
No, fuck
no one's gonna give
you.
about Jon Stewart.
This is Black History Month, bro. Calm down. Anyways.
So
Shut up.
All right, Jay, start us off. Your recap of round one. Is any of these legitimately ones you would have picked? Were they on your list? And give us a little opinion on them.
I don't know. Dylan O'Brien as the Flash is one of them. I don't know. I like my Idris Elba as Jon Stewart pick. Evan Peters
your own
as
pick.
the
Wow, what a
Joker.
surprise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm not the one who's sitting here and like doing wrestling trivia here. Jensen
the
Ackles
worst.
is Batman.
Worst shit talk of all time.
Someone was drinking during Last of Us. All right, Jay.
know.
Peters.
I've also been awake for the last like 43 hours, dog. Leave me alone.
All right,
Leave me alone. I have been awake since fucking like.
Jay, catnap while we get everyone else's opinions on round one. JP, what are your thoughts on how round one went down?
Yeah, but except for Idris, all mostly good picks here. I did truly have Jensen kind of on my short list for Batman. I've liked him since his Days of Our Lives days, so I've always thought he was really good.
All right, Tato, what are your thoughts on how round one went?
I'm not overly familiar with Dylan O'Brien. I like Evan Peters as Joker. That sounds cool too. Idris Elba as Jon Stewart sounds pretty obvious and badass. Jensen was at the top of my Batman list, so shout out there.
There you go. And last but not least, Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on how this went?
I actually do think Idris is the perfect pick for Green Lantern, or at least Jon Stewart. I didn't think Joker was gonna be the first character cast, so that's where it's kind of interesting. But I do respect the picks, although I do think Lillard's a little bit too old. But I mean, I feel like he can pull it off. And then what did JPO pick again? I forget. Oh yeah, Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien. He was sort of on my list, but I wasn't really high on him. So looking at it, I'm like, it's a good pick, but yeah, I think there's better options for Flash. So
there you go. All right, and then for me, you guys did good. Proud of you. Jay, you are back on the clock. How are you starting off round two?
Okay. This one's a little bit. I'm gonna go. This one hurts a little bit because I have several other ideas for certain people that I have in mind. But if I'm going to go Robin, I want to go a younger Robin, which means that I want to go somebody. Nope. You know what? We're going to go Joker. And we're going to go the one man who deserves to play the Joker no matter how old he fucking is. It's Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill deserves to play the Joker. Mark Hamill is the fucking Joker. He will be the Joker for everybody. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy, the one true Batman. But Mark Hamill is the Joker above all Jokers.
Okay. Interesting. We'll talk about that at the end of round 2. JPO, what is your picks? What is your next pick?
Sure. Let's continue this Joker train. And I'm gonna go with Lakeith Stanfield. If I want a Joker, I want something really different. I think he's shown that he can kind of be several different ranges. Death Note, Sorry to Bother You, Atlanta, and yeah, I think he could really sink his teeth into this. Lakeith Stanfield.
All right, on my list, but not for Joker. So we'll see if I decide to go with him on something else. Which is just a reminder: we can repeat the actors, just not for the same role, and no DCU actors. Tato, you are back up.
I will take Michael B. Jordan as Superman.
Boo.
Tato, you got to get used to when after you say that, give us a synopsis so I don't always have to say it. Give us a little why. This is a talk show.
He's a good actor.
I like him.
And he's also cast as Superman in another show, but yeah.
Is he? I was on.
He's playing Black. I forgot the name. This is like another universe.
You just said it, Black Superman, bro. Fucking,
Yeah,
what are you trying to?
well,
Why are you trying to hide behind it?
He has a name, man.
I did not know that was cast. I thought that was still in theory. And I also did ask before the show went if
No, I'm
that
joking.
were
It's
to-
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Troy. Yeah, no, he really is a fantastic actor. I would like to see him take on the heroic side of the comic book thing, as opposed, like, even though he played a fantastic villain, I want to see him do the other thing now. And he's great as Adonis Creed, and I think that has similarities to Superman in ways.
Props to you for forgetting Fan Force ticket too. Ant-Man, you are up.
Okay.
Shit, yeah. Let's go. Wait.
Fuck it. Let me just get this out of the way. I'm gonna go with Jacob Elordi as Superman.
Who?
He's the guy in Euphoria. He's also in what was it called?
Spell that.
Elordi and Jacob.
Nate Jacobs.
You can spell it.
Nate Jacobs in Euphoria.
Yeah.
No, he can spell it. That's the worst part.
Well, just for Henry. So he's
Really?
writing it.
This dude with the long ass neck? This dude with the fucking 18-inch neck? You want to play Superman?
That's that Krypton neck, dog.
I just think obviously he's like has the height for it. I think he's getting better at acting. I used to think he was kind of shitty because I mean I actually was forced to watch those damn kissing booth movies and I was like, who the fuck is this? But and then Euphoria was great.
Who forced you to watch those?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think that he'd be a good like stepping stone to like stardom for him. So yeah, I feel like he'd be a good Superman.
I respect that. All right, we're over to me. And I am going to go.
You shouldn't, though.
I'm going to start off. I'm going to go with my Batman.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going with a younger one. I'm going with a hot name. I'm going Austin Butler. I think he'll do a good job of portraying the Bruce Wayne. And then obviously everyone with Batman, that's obviously going to come in terms of like, no one ever expected Ben Affleck to be as badass as he was as Batman, as like the most badass Batman, probably. Same thing with Robert Pattinson. And then same thing. What we've learned essentially is being Batman is probably the easiest. So that's the easiest transition. Being Bruce Wayne is the one that you need to figure out the balance of. And I think Austin Butler would do a good job of that. Like he's young, so he definitely would be able to portray that new orphan billionaire philanthropist. No, that's Tony Stark. I've been drinking too. But at the beginning of just like him being at the top of Wayne Enterprise. So so I think he would do a good job of that. Plus, he's just a name right now, so I feel like that's a good one.
Do you think he's gonna get rid of the Elvis accent by then?
Oh,
yeah. By time that this fantasy world starts, I feel like he'll definitely be done with
well,
that.
I mean, we got 2025 before we even see anything.
That's true.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Now, when we go to Robin, which obviously I would love to double up my Batman and my Robin. I'm gonna go with Finn Wolfhard. I think that I feel like he would just do a good job of combining what we got from Michael Cera and the Lego Batman, just of the jokey, sidekick, silly stuff, but also, the stuff he does in Stranger Things and It shows that he can handle like the darkness as well. So I feel like he would do a great job of the duality. Like, obviously it's a joke because Bill Hader played his adult character in It Chapter. I kept wanting to call him Barry. Bill Hader played his adult character in It Chapter 2, but like essentially, I feel like his career could traject to what Bill Hader became in his career. So I feel like that would be a good balance. And like I said, both of them are young, so they'll do a good job. And it doesn't have to be the 100% he's adopting a kid. It could be more of just taking him in under his wing, or whatever. So I feel like there's a storyline where, even though they're both young, it could still work. So that's where I'm going. So Antonio, or now my thoughts on Jacob Elordi for Superman. That's not one I thought of. Like, I really like him in Euphoria. It's the only thing I know him from. But Superman is definitely interesting. Definitely would have to see it to, believe it. But like you say, he's got that stature, so I don't hate that. Michael B. Jordan was literally on my list as Superman, and whether it's for the memes or for the reality or whatever, but obviously he was on the list. Lakeith Stanfield, like I said, he wasn't on my list as Joker, so I'm definitely curious to see if I go with him anywhere else. And then Mark Hamill as Joker. Obviously, we can't hate the concept of him as Joker, just how will it transition to live action. I'm definitely curious about that. So that's an interesting question mark there. So, Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on how round 2 went?
All good solid picks all around. I mean, I actually like, as much as I feel like it will get a lot of, not necessarily hate, but people will be like, oh, he's too old. I do love Jay's pick of Mark Hamill, just to see what he would do with it. And then Lakeith Stanfield, I remember hearing that like years back, and I'm like, honestly, even today, that would still be like awesome to see.
Oh, yeah, that was one of the most original ones.
Yeah, no, I heard that before. And then Michael B. Yeah, I mean, he's a great actor, so it's always like you want to know that someone who has the potential for like Oscar-worthy acting can pull off a superhero. So I would love to see what Michael B. can do with Superman. And Henry, as always, like you got a good sense of things. So I'm curious to see where round 3 goes, because so far I feel like we're still all over the place with the characters. But I wanted to see if we're gonna stick with like the holy trinity of superheroes yet.
Absolutely. All right, Tato, what are your thoughts on how round 2 went?
Austin Butler, I like. I actually had him for my Superman potentially. With the hair and the fucking spit girl.
Spoiler alert, it's still technically possible, so you just gave other people ideas.
Yep. Well, they can have them. I don't care. Jacob is a name that I know, but it's usually referring to Papa, so I don't know who that guy is. Lakeith Stanfield as Joker would be fun. And Hamill Joker is Hamill Joker. There's not a lot to say.
Absolutely not.
All right, JP, what are your thoughts on how round 2 went?
Yeah, Austin Butler wasn't one I thought of, but I thought he was the best part of Elvis, obviously, so that's a good one. Jacob Elordi, I think if you went with him, just every vibe I've gotten from him so far, I think you'd have to go back to like more of definitely a lighter Superman. I don't know if he can pull off too much more than that. Michael B. Jordan's probably a good pick here. He definitely associated him with kind of other people, but that's on his fault. I don't know, Mark Hamill, I'll be the one to kind of just say, I don't know. I think maybe there's a reason he's been more of a voice actor than a live action actor. There's a reason.
Jay, you started off round 2. What are your thoughts on people's picks that went after you?
Let's be real here. Lakeith Stanfield, not a bad choice at all whatsoever. Joker, maybe not. Michael B. Jordan as Superman, pandering. Jacob Elordi, don't know who he is as Superman, also kind of pandering. Austin Butler, it's Austin Butler. He's a Jeffrey more than he is anything else.
Fair enough. All right, and then
I had a good pick. The rest of you, man.
Next. All right. So, just to recap, I started off round 3 with Finn Wolfhard as my Robin. Ant-Man. back over to you.
All right. Let me get this guy. Yeah, let me get this guy off the list. For my Flash, I will go with Lucas Till. You guys might know him as Havoc from X-Men First Class, and really
That's a good pick.
too.
That's a good
Yeah,
pick.
I feel like he had, and he would do Barry Allen. I would say because I know that he goes well. I mean, he can play either. I feel like Barry Allen has been done well because honestly, I don't like Ezra's take on it. So I feel like I want to have Barry Allen be done well before going to Wally. I feel like he's already done the superhero thing. So I feel like if you give him a franchise of his own, I feel like he could actually do well with the Flash. So yeah, Lucas Till is my Flash.
I like that. Good character in First Class. Tato, back over to you.
Call it pandering, call it the popular pick, but give me the John Hamm Batman.
Ooh.
It's being called for a reason.
Tato, you're the worst.
What? I said a thing.
That's
It's
All
not a thing like Tato lore isn't a thing. It's a thing, but nobody ever actually acknowledges it.
very, very not good at talk showing stuff. Very not good at talk show words. JPO, back over to you.
I'll go for my Batman. I'm going to go for Wes Bentley. I think he has
a really good pull.
both good looks and the brooding, and he can pull off both versions of whether it's Bruce Wayne or whether it's a brooding Batman. If you don't think about Ghost Rider, he's not really associated with any comic book movie. And yeah, I think he kind of fits it. And I think he's kind of ripe for that age where you still can have several years and at least a trilogy with him.
I like that a lot. He was on my watch list of characters that I just think are too old. Not that I'm knocking your picks, but just for my universe I'm building, you'll notice going with a lot of younger people of mine. But yeah, great pick. I definitely do not hate that, especially if you've seen him in Interstellar. You know that he's not just the bag in the wind kid in American.
Yeah, he's done a couple of small interesting things. Weirdsville's a weird one with him. Yeah.
All right, Jay, your first of two back-to-backs. How are you recapping round 3?
We're gonna cap off round 3 with a Robin pick. As a matter of fact, Slade. We are actually gonna go with Asa Butterfield.
I
as
just
Robin.
fucking typed that.
Respect.
Wait, Slade or Asa Butterfield as Robin?
Asa Butterfield as Robin.
Okay. Yeah, no, Asa Butterfield as Robin.
I like it. He didn't pop up on my list, and that actually bums me out. I don't know why. I literally Googled lots of actors under 35. For some reason, he didn't pop up. Jay, what are your thoughts on the ones that went before you?
Can I see the banner again?
Yeah, sorry. Asa.
Yeah.
Awesome name.
Asa Butter Guy.
Butterfield, I think.
Asa
Butterfingers.
fucking,
Finn Wolfhard as Robin. I don't hate it. I don't see it. Lucas Till is the Flash. I get it. John Hamm as Batman. I don't know. Are we trying to age Batman out in the new era? And Wes Bentley as Batman. I don't actually hate that pick. I really don't. I think that's a really good pick. And it's like that was going to be like one of my 5th round picks. But I don't think anybody's had a bad choice in round 3. I can't wait to see what everybody else does.
There you go. JPO, what are your thoughts on the picks around you?
I like Asa Butterfield a lot. I feel like that's going to be kind of in the vein of where I'm going here. Let's see here. John Hamm. Yeah, that's my only fear, man. I think, there's a reason, but I feel like that reason gets less every year as it kind of gets to the point now where, like, maybe we did a Batman Beyond thing. Cast him in that as the older Batman. Lucas Hill is actually a really good choice, too. I think he's another one where, kind of like a Wes Bentley, like, he's got some comic book history, but not enough to where I think he could lead, and he can totally go for that. And then Phil Wolfhard, again, in this, I think we're all kind of thinking of the same vein of like a younger Robin that we all kind of want to see.
Yo, Tato, the ones around you, what are your thoughts?
Finn Wolfhard as Robin was one that come up, and like I said, I was literally typing Asa Butterfield right before Jay fucking picked it, so good on him there. Who's Flash there? Lucas Hill, I'm not familiar with, honestly. Even though you said who he was. I don't think I know that flick either, though. What'd you say?
First
X-Men
class.
First Class.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it, but I totally forgot that cat. And then Wes Bat sounds good to me.
There you go. Ant-Man.
Finn, I like him in Stranger Things, and I liked him in Ghostbusters. I'm not sure if I could see him as Robin, but I feel like I'd be willing to give him a chance. I feel like he's gotten better as an actor. John Hamm, 10 years ago, maybe. Just now, he's 51, and I don't know. Just I need someone. Definitely, I know he could pull off a Bruce Wayne, but Batman, I just don't see it. And then who's next? And then Wes Bentley. I've never really seen anything enough of his work to really say that he can pull off just either Batman or Bruce Wayne. So I don't know. It's just if it happens, it happens. But no, I wouldn't be confident in that pick. Oscar Butterfield, yeah, that's a good one. I was kind of disappointed by his performance in Ender's Game. Like I wanted more. He did good. I just wanted more. So, but maybe this is it. Maybe this is what he needs. He needs like a nice, like, cool ass character like Robin to like just like immerse himself into. So maybe it'd be great. And yeah, maybe you could pull off that line. So yeah.
Fair enough. John Hamm, yeah, like I said, that's just not in my wheelhouse in terms of age. Lucas Till, not one that's on my radar. I only actually know him, I think, from X-Men, First Class and Apocalypse. Wes Bentley, again, he crossed my mind in terms of like, ooh, if he was younger, I definitely would have picked him because he's good, but I'm going for the younger route. And also Butterfield, somehow, all my research, he wasn't on. I don't know what I would have picked him for. Obviously, probably would have been Robin, but it just didn't pop up. So good job. All right, Jay, starting off round 4.
Round 4. Oh, there are a couple of different places that I can go because 12 is locked in. The booster gold is locked in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna select my booster gold.
What? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna select my booster gold, and we're gonna go Taron Egerton as booster gold.
Nice. Good fucking work.
I respect that.
I am legit.
No comment. That's all I'll say. All right. There you go. JPO.
We've got my Batman. I'm going to go for my Robin now. I'm going to go for Noah Jupe. I think he's that right perfect age. He's 17, so by the time we film it, he could be 19, but he could play 17 as that orphan boy who is going through some shit. If you don't know who that is, that's basically young Shia LaBeouf in American Honey. He's the boy in the Quiet Place movies. And even 4v Ferrari, he's the son in that. So I think he's shown that he's got a lot of potential here. Again, he can kind of walk that line of what kind of level you need him.
I totally dig that. As soon as you said it, Mike, I like it. Tato, what is your pick in one word?
Flash. I'm gonna take Elliot Page to play Barry Allen. I think like I got a picture of his face. He's got that Barry Allen Flash look to him. I watched Juno recently. Fantastic actor. I really think they could do that real well. That he could do that real well.
Interesting. Definitely. I can see it. I mean, I get where your mind's going with that. So definitely would be intrigued with that. Ant-Man.
Okay, I think I've knocked my Robin off the board too. I had somebody else ranked higher, but I'm going with this one just because now it's feeling better. I'm going with Tanner Buchanan as my Robin. He's from Cobra Kai.
You said Tanner?
Tanner Buchanan, yeah.
Oh, Tanner. There's a thing on Flagrant where Schultz like, it's a sexy ass boy. Like there's a whole
right. I feel like he's the good age. I mean, obviously he can pull off younger because I mean people in Cobra Kai.
Oh, Johnny Morrison's son. Okay.
Yeah. I forgot his fucking name and Robbie, I think.
Robin.
Yeah. And yeah, I just feel like, and he also think about it. He's already had to deal with like having like an asshole father, so I think he considers. I think Robin
typecasting,
right? So hey, but he could pull it off well.
Put baby in a box, you motherfucker.
He knows how to fucking fight. I think he does most of his own stunts at Cobra Kai. So, I feel like
69mega.com.
So I feel like Tanner would be an awesome Damian Wayne.
69mega.com loves Tanner Buchanan.
All right. I was like, no, I blocked it, and then it stayed up there. I just had to put up a different comment. All right. Back over to me. I'm actually really excited. All right. So now I am going to go with my Aquaman, and I'm going Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick. Matt, look at that body and tell me he does not belong in the ocean. Like, oh my God, like let's go. And he does a great job.
Look at the mustache and I can see it.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get his mustache wet. You just look at that actor and he can pull off the cockiness of Arthur Curry of like, you know, he's like the man of the ocean, the man of the sea, but also just like he has that heroism factor as well. Like at the end when he spoiler alert for Top Gun Maverick, it's not too much in context, but when he comes to save the day, it's like you can see like that's an Arthur Curry move where he's like, yeah, you know, or you know, imagine him pulling off that "my man" line, the meme "my man" line in the Justice League trailer. Like he would do a great job of that. So he's got the stature for it, and he's got that vibe. He brings that old school blonde look to it. So yeah, I'm gonna end off round 4 with.
You said Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
I was gonna say you were blurred like you were trying to hide from the witness protection.
Yo, for real. He was trying to hide from the fact that everybody's trying to cast Glenn Powell as Booster Gold. That's what he was trying to hide from.
You lay off my list and why I'm pissed at that. Stop attacking my list, James.
No, I like him as Aquaman, bitch. I have other.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I can see why.
All right. Taron Egerton as Booster Gold. No comment. That's all. How Dave Phil feels about my Glenn Powell. That's how I feel about Taron Egerton. So we'll leave it at that, bitch. No, imagine if I dropped that Glenn Powell line and we did the you can't repeat actors. Oof, that would hurt. Actually, my show, no one can pick Glenn. No, I'm just kidding. Noah Jupe as Robin, that would be a blast. I really think that, you know, I could see it. You know, he does a good job of getting his brother murdered in Quiet Place 1.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn!
Sorry, the Jim Apple's kick it in.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Did it because you couldn't hear it?
Yeah, Elliot Page as Flash. Like I said earlier, I never would have thought of that, but as you know, hearing your description, I understand it. Tanner Buchanan. Once again, I'd never seen Cobra Kai. You know, Blind Spot in terms of TV show. I know it's popular, but apparently he can get it. You know, Flagrant. Andrew Schultz says he can get it. He's a sexy ass boy. Oh no, he actually was. He did interview. He phoned in on Flagrant, so I actually have seen him, and I can see him get murdered as Robin.
Great.
All right, Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on how round 4 went?
Well, I can't be mad at Glenn Powell because he was on my list. So yeah, I respect it. Yeah, I feel like
You'd still be mad about it, bro.
I actually don't hate Taron Egerton because it's pretty much. I mean, he played Elton John, and Elton John does remind me of Booster Gold a little bit. So it kind of fits it, you know. Elliot Page, again, I didn't see it, but maybe. So I don't know. I gotta still respect it. And then, did you even put JPO's pick? I don't see JPO's pick in there.
Yeah,
JPO, what's your pick?
Noah Baumbach as Robin.
Oh no, oh yeah, I know.
Baumbach, Tato, Jesus.
Yeah, Noah Baumbach.
I had no idea who it was until you mentioned Quiet Place. And I'm like, oh, that kid. I'm like, okay, so that's the only thing I really seen on it. So maybe again, any chance to give a young up and coming actor, because like you can't really judge them on their acting ability because they're still so young and they haven't had the chance to like star. And
have you seen Honey Boy and like Ford v Ferrari?
Ford v Ferrari. Okay, so he's that kid. Okay, maybe. Yeah, there you go. So I respect the picks.
Yeah, he's that whiny little bitch in that movie too.
There are kids in Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah,
kid, singular. Okay. Tato, what are your one word on each person?
I'm a huge fan of Cobra Kai, so I dig Tanner as Robbie. I agree with the whole Johnny is a Batman figure kind of thing in a way. So I dig that. I'm not familiar with Taron Egerton as Booster Gold. I dig quite a bit. That wasn't on my list, but it would have been a 6 type thing. Glenn Powell as Aquaman sounds good to me. And then Noah Baumbach is an actor who I know.
Not Baumbach. You're naming a director.
The director.
JPO, tell us who it really is, and what are your thoughts on round 4?
I legitimately, this might be my favorite round as far as like I'm down with pretty much everybody that has been mentioned in this round here. Glenn Powell, Shut up, Jay. I definitely was thinking about him for somebody else. I know I was like the only one because I've loved Glenn Powell in a couple things besides Top Gun, and I thought I've been waiting for that dude to kind of pop for a minute here. What was it, Tanner Buchanan? Yeah, you kind of like Antonio said, he can already kind of kick ass, so that kind of fits the kind of image of what a Robin could be here. Elliot Page for Flash, I can see that. I think he'd be really good. And then Jay, I really liked Taron Egerton. I kind of flip flopped him with a couple names as possibilities because I think he's fantastic. So anyway, you can get him in the DCU, whatever it's going to be called, out and down.
DCU Superman that hoe. Jay, what are your thoughts on how round 4 went?
Noah Baumbach as Robin. I don't hate. Elliot Page as the Flash. Wasn't one of those things that I thought of. Tanner Buchanan as Robin might be a little old depending on which you go for. And Glenn Powell, yeah, I've already said my piece. Honestly, it's a good pick though. Like, it's not like we're dicking other people over in their choices, but that's a really good pick.
Appreciate it. All right, jumping over to me. Let's talk about a woman. Wonder Woman, specifically. I'm going with Emilia Clarke. I want her to be my Wonder Woman. She proved that she can be Daenerys Targaryen in the Game of Thrones entire series, regardless of how you think it ends. Her performance with clothes on is fantastic. The fact that she can man those dragons, she can definitely man Themyscira, and she can do a fantastic of that. And she can man Chris Pine if she wanted to. Like, it's all good. She actually has already been, real close with Aquaman, which is actually pretty hot. So it just shows that, Emilia Clarke would be fantastic as this. It's one of those things where I feel like she's taking some time away from Game of Thrones because obviously the Sarah Connor thing didn't work. Nothing on her. Obviously Terminator Genesis just didn't, hit. I'm a huge fan of Last Christmas, but that's still not a mainstream thing for, the people. So I feel like as time separates from Game of Thrones, I feel like it's going to get to a point where people are going to be like, oh yeah, she's not just Daenerys, and she's also a fantastic actress. So I could totally see her as Wonder Woman, and maybe even better ass than Gal Gadot. So Wonder Woman, Emilia Clarke is my 5th round pick. Ant-Man.
All right, I'll keep it with Wonder Woman. I think I might give you a woman that has a better ass than Emilia Clarke. I'm going to go with Alexandra Daddario.
You son of a bitch.
I think I've seen White Lotus. I thought she's getting better. Again, it's more about the acting. I feel like compared to when she was like in Percy Jackson,
she's gotten
better.
The ass.
When you're paying attention. Yeah, I feel like she's gotten better. She's gotten older with her acting. And she just needs the chance to actually have like a star. I mean, she has like her own series now on AMC. So again, just more about a chance to possibly do something in the superhero genre. Just the idea. And
as the biggest fan of Texas Chainsaw 3D, I don't hate her as a person. So, all right, interesting to say the least. Tato, are you going to keep the woman train rolling, or are you going to keep being misogynistic?
I will continue, and I'll take a blonde-haired, blue-eyed gentleman by the name of Alan Richson to play Aquaman. Give me a Thad Castle Aquaman who can go Reacher when he needs to.
Plus he's played Aquaman too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah.
All right. He's a little older for my search, but I definitely don't hate it. He's definitely the older Glenn Powell. JPO, what are your thoughts on your next pick?
It was gonna maybe be Alexander Daddario, but if we can't go, I should have known Emma would get that before me. I'm gonna go with one that I had before her. I'm gonna say Allison Williams. She recently fought Megan. She put on a little bit of muscle. I think she could absolutely play Wonder Woman.
She loves to get choked.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, how are you gonna round off round 5?
Womanly, sweet and womanly. By the way, we are going to end off this round with my choice for Wonder Woman. That would be Hannah John Kamen. By the way, the chick who played Ghost in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We haven't gotten to see a lot of her, but what we got to see of her, she has the dramatic abilities, but she is also able to whoop some ass. And she isn't a part of the IDF. So, like, pluses all around.
All right. I definitely, but me personally would need to see more to see it, but I trust your vibe there because you said it was such gravitas. What are your thoughts on everyone else's round 5?
No on Amelia Clark. Alexandra Dario, no. Alan Richardson, don't know who that is. And Allison Williams, also don't know who that is. So
another my pick's better. My pick's good, and the rest of y'all suck, pretty much.
Sure.
Again.
Sure, let's go with that. Amelia Clark, I don't know. Like that one seems really weird. If we're keeping Jason Momoa as Aquaman, but we're not because we are obviously recasting him, and we can't choose somebody. They are not docking, bro. Like no.
You don't know.
I'm sorry. That was a part of your entire argument. No, pass.
Go. JP, what are your thoughts on round 5?
Yeah, I like Amelia Clark. I don't know if I see her as Wonder Woman, but I do like her, so I'm open to it. Ant-Man's still my Wonder Woman. I also am not sure who Alan Richardson is. That wasn't explained. And let's see. What if this is a scroll? Because you really should just make it a block instead of scrolling this list down here. All I had to do was ask. Yeah, that's so much better. And I have not seen enough of Hannah John Kamen to say yay or nay. From what I've seen, potentially.
All right, Tato, what are your thoughts?
Looking at this list, I like Amelia as Wonder Woman. That's works fine for me. Alexander Daddario also came up on the searches and stuff. Allison Williams is a person, and Hannah John Kamen is as well.
They are.
I am clearly a sexist. I am a sexist piece of shit. Sorry.
Yes, women are people, Tato. Thank you.
That's Tato's Aquaman.
Oh, I've heard this dude talk. Yeah, okay. Wasn't he a turtle?
Yeah.
It was.
All right. Oh, Jack Reacher. I see now.
I Turtle. I Tato. Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on this one?
I actually really low-key like Tato's pick because he actually was Aquaman in Smallville, and he actually was pretty good. It just didn't happen too many episodes. So the fact that he's actually gotten better, he has his own series in Reacher. So I'm like, yeah, let him do Aquaman again. Just better experience. So I like that. Hannah John Kamen, I like, but not sure if she can pull off Wonder Woman. So, I mean, give her the chance, though. Don't hate it. Allison Williams, I didn't see that coming, but I can now see it. so I respect that. Amelia Clark, I just feel like, I mean, I don't know too much about Wonder Woman. I just feel like she's too short to play Wonder Woman. I feel like you need to have more stature.
I don't want to be short bias, but
she's too white.
White also,
she's too short.
Acting ability, yeah, but just like stature wise for the
History
comics,
Month.
yeah. So yeah, that's why I love Amelia, but I just don't think she could really pull off Wonder Woman.
That's fair enough. And then for me, let's see. Like I said, the Alan Richardson, he's the old Glenn Powell, so that's fair. Allison Williams as Wonder Woman, interesting. I could see her as Lex Luthor, the way she played Get Out. She does that turn, and all you're like, ooh, twist. Hannah John Kamen, like I said, I would have to see her in more other than Ghost to have an opinion on her just as a person / actress. So I don't know. And Alexander Daddario, it's one of those where it's like she'll always be True Detective season 1. All right, Jay, what are your thoughts on the start
That's
of
why we picked her.
Not a bad thing.
Unwrapped?
And acting, yeah.
All right. So I still have a choice for Superman, Batman, Flash,
Really?
Yep.
Lex Luthor, Aquaman,
Yep.
Swamp Thing, and Supergirl.
We
Not Swamp Thing, Green Arrow, but yes.
Oh, did we swap? I'm sorry, we swapped that one out. I
Yeah.
will change that one out. That's on me. I didn't change that
No
one.
worries.
It's actually on Henry because I don't think he ever told you. We decided when you were.
Well, no, he did, but I didn't change it up. So I will go with my Flash,
Ooh.
and I will go Will Poulter as my
Ooh.
Flash.
Adam Warlock. Okay.
No, we like to call him Eyebrows. Have some respect. I will ask.
He still gets killed by Voldemort. So
Facts. Given the
spoilers.
Given the Adam Warlock thing, what are your thoughts on double casting him as a character in this hypothetical? Obviously, do you think it's too soon? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's just so fantasy? Who gives a fuck?
My whole thing about that is, if we are casting this in the way that we want to cast this, Adam Warlock is already done and filmed.
Okay.
This is something that is done completely after that. And we have seen people transition from MCU into DCEU and vice versa. So I don't think there should be an issue with it. And if people have an issue with it, guess what? Suck a butt.
Fuck. I like it. All right, JPO, what butt are you sucking, and who's next?
All right, let's suck some more butts. I'm gonna go with my Lex Luthor. I'm gonna be the first Lex Luthor on the board, and let's shave the head of Chris Pine. I think he has the fun
DCEU.
Lex Luthor.
He's already in there and can't. That's the rule.
What do you mean?
Steve Trevor.
Oh, because he's fucking Steve Trevor.
Yep.
I hate you.
JPO, still my answer. Still my answer. It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I don't remember.
Batista.
As Lex Luthor.
Yeah, absolutely. Legit. That's my first. Like as Lex Luthor. Yes.
As
100%.
Lex Luthor, Justin Theroux. Justin Theroux, shave his.
Ooh, okay.
And there you go. Another one that I think can walk that line of being fun but not overly like wacky, to where you can still like worry that he will straight up kill for whatever he wants.
Okay. Jay, who'd you pick? I'm trying to update the honor. I forgot.
He did his.
I did Will Poulter
Will
as
Poulter.
Flash.
Right.
Yes, I did Will Poulter as Flash.
All right. Tato, back over to you.
I'm gonna double down on the world of super bald villainy. Rafe Fiennes is going to be my Lex Luthor.
You're a whore, dude. Quit typecasting people.
Yeah, a bit of typecasting, but honestly, more so from the menu. I want to see Lex Luthor pull that shit off.
You seen the menu?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, he hasn't. He's looked at a menu before. There's a
He's like, what are these words? All right. As I'm way behind now on the updated thing.
also thinks that a fucking cheeseburger costs $9.95. So
A Royale with cheese.
Tato, what's your next pick? I mean, Ant-Man, what's your next pick?
I'll keep the Lex Luthor train going. And this is a guy that I've wanted to play him for a while, and I don't care how old he is. I think he can still pull it off. Bryan Cranston. Let's have him with Lex Luthor. Let's see what Heisenberg can do.
respect that pick.
Yeah, I mean, I know we wanted him 10 years ago. I still think he can do it. I mean, yeah, he's fucking. Obviously, is he typecast as Heisenberg because he's bald and he's a fucking awesome, like, freaking drug kingpin? Yeah, but so what? That means he could pull. I feel like he could pull this off. The people wanted him to instead of Jesse Eisenberg, and I still want him now. So yeah, that's the one thing where I will always want to see what Bryan Cranston can do with Lex Luthor.
Yeah, bitch.
All right.
So Breaking Bad.
Science,
I'm not calling you a
bitch.
I respect it. All right. Now we are going over to me as I'm trying to think about my pick and update.
You're good. I can hype us up. Don't worry.
All right. So going over to me. Ooh, what do I want to go with?
Something else.
I'm gonna save that for last.
Hey Tato, I'm asking my brother for fun. He just shows Alan Ritson as Aquaman. So,
That's what's up.
good pick.
All right. So for my.
Then he also had Daddario.
Of course.
Give me.
Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it.
Let's go super.
All right, I'm gonna go with my Superman just because I know this guy's not on any of your radars, but at this point I just don't want to even risk somehow getting effed over. I'm going with Alexander Ludwig, Vikings, and he was in Lone Survivor. Yeah,
That's a really good pick. That's a
I just
really good pick.
think that this dude has just proved himself just as a fucking big motherfucker who can just really just hammer home what
Big dick motherfucker.
I really feel like he's just going to bring us into the Superman. Obviously, he's blonde hair, blue eyes, and Superman's an alien. He could pull it off, and that's fine. I'm not worried about that. But if you need to, darken him up, yikes, then I guess you can do that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I really feel like he can bring home both the Clark Kent, which we learned in Kill Bill Volume 2, is the actual alter ego of Superman, and I feel like he can bring both home. So Alexander Ludwig as my Superman.
One of the leads in the pro wrestling show Heels. He's quite good in that.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
I just have to throw it out here. You said blonde hair, blue eyed Superman. That's like literally the antithesis of Superman. That man was created by Jews to fight. Anyways,
Yeah. All right. I'm very confidential. No, I'm just kidding.
My name is Jake Tato Confidential.
Will Poulter as Flash. I like the concept. Obviously, it's gotten to a point now where he, in theory, is going to be more brooding as Adam Warlock. That I feel like it's going to be interesting to see him, the dichotomy of the two characters, which would be good from an acting perspective, but also from a audience perspective. As our minds going to be able to accept that? So it's interesting. Ray Fiennes and Bryan Cranston both have as Lex Luthor. I mean, what are you going to knock that? It's just more of how are they going to mesh your guys' universes. So that's definitely interesting. And Justin Theroux as Lex. That's also one of those where it's like, all right, your back was against the wall. You randomly picked a name from your list and gave him Lex Luthor. I respect the pick. Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on how round 6 went?
Don't forget to drop everybody's picks down below in the
Seeing as how I love them and we're the Millers, I feel like Will Poulter would be a good Flash just because he can pull off comedy. He can pull it off. Out of all the Lex Luthor picks, I still think mine's the best, but I was like Ray Fiennes, definitely surprise pick, but now I can see it, especially after seeing the menu. So yeah, I like that. Justin Theroux, I like them in Leftovers, but I haven't seen him do too much like evil stuff or dramatic stuff to like really see him as Lex Luthor. So I mean,
sir, he was in the last
Jedi, really. And I never seen Vikings, but I mean, I think I remember like who you're talking about. So hey, anyone that fits the stature,
I think I remember who you're talking about.
I don't know. I never said it. But yeah, so far not a bad pick in this round.
All right, and Tato, what are your thoughts?
I like Will Poulter as Flash. I don't mind seeing him double dip there in the MCU as well. Theroux as Lex Luthor, that's fun. I kind of dig it. But Cranston as Lex Luthor came up, and I also had a back pocket Lex Luthor. I'm kind of curious if Jay picks up on it, maybe.
Literally tried to give JPO my number 1 pick, but now that I know nobody's taking that pick, I'm choosing somebody completely different.
Okay, cool. Then maybe you're picking up what I'm laying down, maybe not. And then Alexander Ludwig, this will not be the last time Vikings is brought up. I'll say that. Ooh. I'm pretty sure Henry knows where I'm going with that.
He likes Edge.
All right. What are your thoughts on how everything's going?
Yeah, he likes the edge. Whatever JPO said.
Edging. Hey, that's what I've been doing this whole show. Will Poulter, I think I could see the double dip being hard, but like Jay also going to say, I think by the time we get to it, it'll probably be fine. Ray Fiennes, I think, is actually a pretty good pick here. I'm definitely down for that. Bryan Cranston, it's a Y, not an I. It's only because he has been a really bold and menacing guy. I do kind of hesitate on that.
Typecasting.
Otherwise, of course, because he's done it.
Lucky Ray Fiennes has never been a bald, menacing guy, or JPO would hate my pick.
He's way more hidden. He's way more hidden in like makeup and shit, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one who Krypton knocks.
Right. But Cranston is one of my favorite actors, so I'm not gonna hate that too much. And Ludwig, again, kind of like Jay joked. My only hesitation is I've only seen him blonde, so I'd have to see that hair first. I really would have to see that hair because, like, I change the ethnicities.
Fucking blue spandex, the red tidy whities.
Unless you can go for I don't know, just a blonde.
How about this? How about this? He's blonde as Clark Kent, and he's got the wig on as or the black hair as Superman, and that's his disguise. Fuck the glasses.
That would be better than the glasses.
My question is he blonde? Is he tan? Does he come from Gelderland, Liechtenstein?
Liechtenstein.
Is he white? Is he Ben Affleck? Jay, what are your thoughts on how this round went?
You know what? Justin Theroux is kind of a sleeper pick for Lex Luthor. I don't ever remember seeing him as like a bad guy. He's always kind of been like the do goody two shoes kind of cat. Which, like, I get it. You can't typecast everybody. My man's with the red plum bloom deserves it. Ralph Fiennes in The Menu. I can't see anything but Voldemort, but Voldemort is the American Lex Luthor. So Bryan Cranston is the dentist from that one episode of Seinfeld. That's where I know that guy from. He definitely didn't raise 3 kids or become a meth dealer in fucking New Mexico or some shit. And Alexander Ludwig, honestly, regardless of fucking comments, I think it's a really good pick. I think it's a really good pick, dude.
Justin Theroux was gone in your highness.
But like Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor is I want Willem Dafoe as like the Joker. It's one of those things that everybody's wanted forever, and I think we've just like inched past that. But not as much as we've inched past like Willem as the Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. We are sticking with me to start round 7.
Boo earns.
All right. I have a feeling that I'm going to get some boo birds on this one for one way or the other. I'm going with my Flash. And I am going... Shamik Moore. I want Shamik Moore to be my Flash, and I feel like he could do a fantastic job of having that personality, the quick whip, the quick whips, the speed, obviously, and then just the overall confidence to carry his own franchise. He's finally going to graduate into superhero live action now with the Flash. So give me Shamik Moore as my Flash.
Sleeper pick around 7.
Thank you. As also the only pick around 7.
It doesn't matter. Sleeper pick around 7, cut.
Yeah, man. Well, how are you going to start off round 7?
Well, you
you got to back it, bro.
ended the last round with Alexander, and I'm going to go with another Alexander for
Did you say
Aquaman.
Skarsgård?
Alexander Skarsgård.
You fucking
For
whore.
who?
Yeah, for Aquaman.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
No,
in,
this is a really good pick too.
Northman, even Tarzan. You can tell he pulls it off. I feel like he's also a guy that needs to have like another like to have a lead in the franchise.
Yeah, he
So I
pulls
feel like
a
this
lot
would
of
be
shit.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going with Skarsgård as Aquaman.
I mean, I don't hate it. He's on my list, but not for that. So we'll see if it comes up again. Tato, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with a woman here. Hey, I can do that too sometimes. I'm gonna take Jodie Comer as my Supergirl.
Oh, you fucker.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
Okay.
Yeah, based on largely on Free Guy. I think that's I like her. I like the way she handled the action beats. I think she can be fun.
I gave you a hint here. Last Duel. You did good. Last Duel. You haven't seen it, but it's good evidence. Keep going.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, no, I enjoyed her acting in that, and I think it'll be a fun role for her to play.
She might be a better Batgirl because of Last Duel, but that's neither here nor there.
You did that with Supergirl?
Yeah.
Supergirl. I said Jake. Yes. Why are you underneath my leg? JPO.
Why do you think I'm underneath your leg?
I don't know. Monica Lewinsky, get out of here. What are you doing under my desk? JPO, what is your next pick?
For Green Lantern, I'm gonna go with Donald Glover.
Yo!
I've wanted to see him, and we've gotten some Star Wars stuff, and obviously very small Spider-Man. I want to see him in a superhero franchise, though. I think he's the right age for it now too. In a way, he's not He's definitely not old, but he's not super young anymore. I think it sounds good.
This is America.
Yeah.
Fucking pop up on my
You're
list.
slipping up.
I was like, Google.
Open up.
I was like, Google.
Where did that?
I said, Google, give me some black men, and they're like, all right, didn't get Donald Glover. All right, he's not too old for this shit.
You mean Blackhawks?
No. What Henry searched was the Grand Canyon, and what
He
Google
got-
brought back was, did you mean big black cocks?
Shut up.
What is your next
No.
pick?
Fucking love Brian. Okay, Green Arrow might be my last one. But I have back-to-backs, right?
Yes, you do.
So we have what? We're 7. I don't know.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we still have 6. We're only halfway there living on a prayer.
Okay, so I 1, 2, 3, 4,
Have-
5. My Supergirl
Yeah,
is gonna
KPO,
be
his math is
fine
off.
until end.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's
Okay,
fine.
there's 4 picks left for me,
Mm.
not half picks.
Yeah,
I'm still
Will
counting the
Poulter,
7,
Higgins
bitch.
came in. Yeah, we're on round 7
You're good.
out of 13.
Just saying
That's still
halfway's not right.
6 picks. Do math. I will.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Absolutely not. But I'll go back to the Lex Luthor. Well, and I will give y'all a quote. You know you done fucked up, right? I'm going Bill Duke as my Lex Luthor.
Interesting. Okay. All right. What are your thoughts on the ones before you?
I think Donald Glover as John Stewart. I think Don Glover as John Stewart is by far one of the most, like, outside of the fucking ballpark, just like out of left field fucking picks you could make. I absolutely love it. If you could drop everybody, because I remember Shamik Moore, Henry. Do
Working
the
on
thing.
it.
I thought you were supposed to be a producer, bro.
I'm updating, motherfucker.
Shamik Moore is the Flash. I think Shamik Moore has the
Mr.
acting
Tato.
chops.
He's missing
Yeah,
mine.
yeah,
too.
we're
and my,
really
and my
not.
superhero.
I'm working on it.
But I think Shamik Moore as the Flash. I think this cat has the chops to be just a great overall actor, and a lot of people only know him as like Miles Morales in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which, let's be real here, is an acting class unto itself, because he is doing what that one pie fucker and the one dude who tried to be 34 years old and still be a high schooler, James Vanderbitch, ooh, he called him Vanderbitch, tried to do. Alexander Skarsgård as Aquaman. I like it, but I think this is the whole, we're casting a whole bunch of white folk again. I do like this pick, though. I do. I honestly, I do. Jodie Comer is Supergirl. I get it. The like nerdy Kara Zor-El. Yeah. I love it. I'm here for it. Nobody has made a bad pick this round. And I can't wait to see y'all trash me for my thoughts. Or at least my pick.
JPO, why are 4 out of these 5 picks pretty good?
I like
motherfucker.
Shamik Moore a lot, because I also think too, like, I think outside of like the fan base, I don't know if a lot of people even necessarily know he is the voice. Like, you know, as far as like fan wise, I think he's looking for like an actual live action standout. I like Skarsgård a lot. I actually don't mind that pick. I haven't seen a hell of a lot of Comer, but I think that's pretty good. And Bill Duke, only thing is like maybe a little too old, but like I think he's a good pick.
Speaking of Shamik Moore, I want to shout out Dope. Obviously, one live action performance of just dealing with, you know, the hood, the drugs, and just
Facts.
being quick on that bike. Tato, what are your thoughts on round 7?
I love Shamik Moore as Flash. That's a brilliant one. Don Glover as John Stewart is also fantastic. Skarsgård as Aquaman, can't argue with. I like Bill Duke as Lex Luthor too. Yeah, all good picks, honestly.
There you go. Ant-Man.
All good picks. I actually like Donald Glover, John Stewart. Just hope he can. I've never seen him enough to do if he does dramatic. I don't know if he did in Atlanta, but otherwise, I like it.
Have you never watched an episode of Community, sir?
No. So
you whore.
Shamik Moore, I like the whole, changing it up to what's traditional, and I feel like it'd be a good way for him to like make the transition to live action stardom. Jodie Comer, she was on my list, but for someone else, and
Batman.
No,
yeah,
I like that, and then Bill Duke, always gotta respect anyone that's been a Predator, so I like.
I ain't got time to bleed. Shamik Moore was great. All right, round 8. No, I'm just kidding. Alexander Skarsgård once again on my list. Now for this, we'll see if I go with anything else. Dawn Glover not on my list. It just kind of didn't pop up for some reason. I guess Google's like actors under 35 or under 40, not musicians. Apparently, only whatever. Put them in a box. Jodie Comer wasn't on my list. It's one that I only know her from Free Guy and Last Duel, so I don't have much experience with her, but I know that she is really good in both of those. And Bill Duke. Once again, I didn't go old on even my Lex Luthor's. My options aren't that old, so I wouldn't have gone with this. But I don't hate it. Like all these, I'm going to see them. In terms of like I can close my eyes and I envision it. So yeah, Mike Clark Dunk if he was alive, Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? There's options.
Rip.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. Like if we didn't have the still alive like caveat, it would have been Michael Clark Duncan. Let's be real, bro.
All right, but who is going to be your round 8 pick?
I'm pretty sure that like everybody has picked their Superman and their Batman, so I'm fine with that. And I'm allowed them to sit. So I'm going to make that out there pick right now. My out there pick is going to be Supergirl. As a matter of fact, my out there pick for Supergirl is Sarah Hyland. I don't know if a lot of people know who Sarah Hyland is. She was Haley Dunphy in Modern Family. But I think that she embodies a lot of what at least the comic book version of Kara was when she was introduced. And I can see it. I can see it transferring very well to Paige, from page to screen.
You said she's in Modern Family?
Yeah, she's the older sister, right?
Yes, she's the older sister in Modern Family. Yeah, she's Haley Dunphy in.
I just wanted for spelling. Wanted to make sure I spelled it right. Give her the proper respect. Yeah, Supergirl, correct?
Yes, I'm going with the other sister from Modern Family.
All right, JPO, what is your pick?
I have not done my Superman.
Ariel Winter.
Yeah, I do like Ariel Winter. I have not done my Superman.
I know why.
I will right now though. For my Superman, Moon Knight's Oscar Isaac.
Wait.
What?
Sorry, no, this isn't on you, JPO. I'm sorry, I don't mean to fuck everything up. But if somebody else chooses an actor, I can still choose them for a different role. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't trying to fuck your shit up. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
So essentially, he wants him as Batman. All right. What are your thoughts on man, Oscar Isaac?
Bitch, I still have Batman and fucking Aquaman. I'm sorry, Batman, Superman, and Green Arrow.
Fuck you.
All right, JPO, you got anything else to say?
I didn't even start. No, but I really love Oscar Isaac, man. That dude has stood out even from when it's like a scene or two in Drive to now here. And I think again, we're gonna recast Superman. Let's do something a little different. I'm down for Oscar Isaac again.
Standard. Where's the deluxe version? All right, Tato, what's your next pick?
I'm gonna go with my Green Lantern here. I'm gonna take Ryan Gosling. I want to see some that buddy cop, funny other guy. Nice guys. Excuse me. That style of buddy cop from Ryan Gosling.
You know what you see when you look up the word idiot in the dictionary?
What character did you do Oscar Isaac with? I'm sorry.
Superman.
Okay. Hearing Tato speak just threw me off. All right. Ryan Gosling. All right. Ant-Man, what is your next pick?
I'll keep it with Green Lantern, and I will.
Hal Jordan, right? To be clear, you're not putting him in blackface.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Ant-Man.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
He said blackface and Ant-Man just lost his shit, bro.
Yeah. All right, I'm going with someone that you guys already chosen, but for a different hero. I'm going with Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan. We already know he could pull out the fighter pilot mentality from Top Gun Maverick, and I want to see what he can do with a superhero role. And I feel like he'd be a great Hal Jordan.
But what can he do with the mustache? Is it gonna write it?
No,
Hopefully.
you'll burn it off.
All right. All right. So I still need a Booster Gold, Supergirl, Lex Luthor, Green Arrow, and Green Lantern. All right. I just wanted to make sure I'm on my same page, trying to produce and everything, doing good.
We don't know about that.
Subjective.
You're the best.
Give me Miles Teller as my Hal Jordan.
Oh,
That was on my list, so I might as well do it now because I feel like after you did your Glenn Powell, I feel like that's already going to be clicking. It was on my list. I feel like maybe I could save it for later because he's just one of those actors that people just forget. But, kind of how the draft board falls.
he was third on my list for Green Lantern. So respect.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like he could do a fantastic job of, the leading man, like everything in Whiplash of the duality of being a student and being dedicated to his craft, as well as just being, both boyish and comedic and stern, as well as everything we saw in Top Gun Maverick. And obviously other things like Only for the Brave and other stuff like that underrated things that he's popped up in. I feel like he would do a good job of that. So Miles Teller is my Hal Jordan. All right. Ant-Man, how did everything else in this round go for you as that updated?
Well, obviously, I liked your pick for Miles Teller as Green Lantern. Respect it. It's funny that we both chose back-to-back people that were the same movie. Liked Sarah Hyland, but I don't know. I can feel like she's just maybe a little bit inexperienced. But then again, I haven't seen Modern Family. I don't know if she's done any other movies. I actually did see a movie with her on Netflix, but I don't know if she's done anything else. So maybe this is just for her to like maybe make a jump into stardom. I forgot the other ones because it's not on my block yet. Oscar Isaac. Yeah, okay. Listen, I love the guy. I just don't think he could do Superman. It's just weird for Superman.
Not the one I would have picked. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not. And Ryan Gosling.
Wait, I'm gonna take that back because
Ryan Gosling. I feel like he could. Yeah, I think he'd be an awesome Green Lantern actually. So that's actually my sleeper pick for round 8. So yeah, I agree with Tato there. So.
All right, Tato, what are your thoughts on the other Hal Jordans around you, as well as just the rest of the picks?
Miles Teller is a cat I just met recently in Whiplash. He's fun as fuck. He could be that guy for sure. Glenn Powell, I think Glenn Powell could be a lot of people, and he could be cast as fucking anyone in this universe. He could have been Supergirl. Sarah Hyland is a fun pick. If we were casting this in 2007, I would have gone with a different Sarah from a sitcom. I would have gone Sarah Chalk from Scrubs as Supergirl. Nice. I think that would have been appropriate at the time.
Yeah, if this was 18 years ago.
Yeah. Yes, if it was that. So yeah. Oscar, hey, got there. Oscar Isaac would be a dope Superman.
All right. JP, what are your thoughts on this?
Sarah Hyland's interesting. I liked her in Modern Family. I definitely would give it a shot. I would let her table read for sure. Ryan Gosling, yeah, I mean he's charming. He kind of fits the character, so that's cool by me. That damn Glenn Powell, I guess I'm not the only one that likes him. And yeah, Miles Teller's great. He's someone that you could also, I think, feel like putting him in somewhere he will work. I love him.
Absolutely. And Jay, you started off this round. How did everyone that went after you? What are your thoughts?
Oscar Isaac makes my list, not as Superman. This one's real hard for me. I enjoy who he is and I enjoy what he does as an actor. I don't know if I see him as Superman. Ryan Gosling, again, I don't know. My man's he's getting up there. He's pushing fucking 50 at this point in time. He's like fucking 46 years old. Hal Jordan is an older Green Lantern, but it depends on where we're going in the DCEU or whatever the fuck James Gunn is calling it nowadays. Glenn Powell, you could literally just say, I want Glenn Powell to play everybody, and I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. And Miles Teller, I don't actually hate that choice as like a younger, arrogant Hal Jordan. I can see it. I really can. It depends on the storyline that you are going with when it goes. Also, Tato, you wanted Gosling as Hal Jordan, or did you have a different Lantern in mind?
Yeah, Hal Jordan.
Okay, I think Miles Tellers makes a better choice for me personally, especially if what they're gonna do is adapt Brightest Day and Darkest Night into movies, which is what I think they're gonna do. Miles Teller makes more sense for the most part, but I think that Gosling in Blackest Night is a good pick.
All right, now we are going over to me to start round 9. We are at the tail end of this. And I am going to cast my Lex Luthor, and I am going an actor who can be menacing, who can steal the show in any movie he's in, and who is still somehow mad underrated. I am going Ben Foster as my Lex Luthor.
Ooh.
I think that this guy can just bring the ferocity that you want for this character, the sternness that you want for this character, the manipulation that you want from this character, and the suaveness that you would want from this character. I really feel like that he can bring everything to the table. There's a lot of pictures of him already with that buzz cut anyway, so he's already borderline bald as it is. So I feel like it ain't gonna, only be a couple more shills, a couple more shills you got to turn out to get him to shave it all the way down. But yeah, Ben Foster as my Lex Luthor. Give me that.
Couple more shills.
Exactly.
I'm gonna knock out my Green Arrow.
It was your choice, so it would be weird if you weren't the first one to.
And you might know this guy, Henry, and I've actually wanted him to play Green Arrow for a while. I still think he's young enough to do it, and he could play off Oliver Queen and Green Arrow very well. I'm going with Charlie Hunnam.
Oh,
like a guy who is already.
He could pull off the mustache and the goatee. I think he does it well, and I think he's.
Say Charlie Hunnam is Green Arrow?
Yes.
All right.
You mean a character he's already been cast as?
When?
He's referring to Robin Hood.
Yeah. He was Robin Hood.
Oh, so a better one. I don't know.
Boom, roasted. Anyway.
I can't wait to hear Brian's 18 choices.
Hey, JPO, take over, move it along, and just update me who's going. My dog has to go outside, but keep the show going.
All right, well, Henry's dog poos. Tato, what do you got for your whatever pick we're on? 9.
Alrighty. I'm going to go to my booster gold here. I'm going to take Sean William Scott.
Alrighty.
I like that one.
I hate you because it didn't come to mind.
Right.
I hate you so much for the fact that it didn't come to mind. Also, Brian, shut up.
Any other reasons why, Tato?
Yeah, obviously he's hilarious. He's that type of funny. He would be that douchebag who would go back in time with future tech to be a superhero now.
He's also a sheep fucker.
Yes.
He does. This man will get him off the bus. Sean William Scott, we've seen him kick his ass recently in Lethal Weapon and Bloodshot, so all right. Up next, we're going to go to you, JPO. JPO, you beautiful son of a bitch. What do you
JPO,
got?
you beautiful son of a bitch. Who is your choice for round 9?
All right, we're going to go to... let's stick with Green Arrow here. I like what Ant-Man chose, but I'm going to go with my Green Arrow. I'm gonna choose Nicholas Holt. You've seen him as a
blonde?
beast. Hell yeah! What does that have to be blonde?
You might have seen him
He's
as
not
a
that blonde.
fucking. You might have seen him as a blue, a yellow flash.
Huh?
Right.
Ah,
So,
son of a bitch.
Another Menu alumni kicking some ass that can play whatever you need him to play. He's played killers. He's played your best friend, a zombie you love. He can do whatever you need. Henry's back from
you know
his
else he
dog
can play?
Goodwin.
Somebody who gets turned into a s'more. Spoilers.
More what?
No, he gets hung out. He gets hung before that.
Yeah.
Oh no, he takes
He hungs
himself out.
himself. Yeah.
He
Close.
hungs himself because he's not hung.
Tato went with Sean William Scott as Booster Gold, and I went with Nicholas Holt as Green Arrow.
Well, Holt's on my list, but not for that. Good job. All right, and
Okay.
Jay, we're up to you.
All right. These are where we get into my weird choices, and I know that doesn't mean a lot
Yeah.
to
now.
all of y'all. But I only have Superman, Batman, and Green Arrow left. And I know that my Superman and my Batman are safe. So so we're gonna go with my Green Arrow first and foremost.
Okay.
My Green Arrow is gonna be somebody who's already been mentioned. My Green Arrow is Oscar Isaac.
Ooh. Okay.
That's what you're going, not Batman. Okay.
All right.
No, my Green Arrow is Oscar Isaac. I think that he has that ability to play, like not only that suave motherfucker, but like has the ability to sit here and be like, "Hey, I can be super serious, or I can be aloof." He's got that like Pedro Pascal-esque portion to him. But yeah,
All right. What are your thoughts on all the ones before you?
I'm not gonna lie. Nicholas Holt, I knew that somebody else was gonna have him for something. I didn't see him as a Green Arrow, but I don't hate it. Ben Foster's Lex Luthor is that kind of like low-key sneaker pick right there. It's that sleeper pick. I can't hate it. Charlie Hunnam as Green Arrow, I don't know. I've seen that man wield a sword and a bow and arrow, and Sean William Scott, that's just Stifler, bro. It's just Stifler, dog.
I feel you on that. JP, what are your thoughts on how this round went?
I love the Ben Foster pick. Yeah, that's a really great pick here. Man-Man's done it to me twice now. I was definitely going to hunt him as Green Arrow. I love the Sean William Scott pick. I think that's a good booster gold. I think he's also kind of ripe for maybe a comeback. I think this whole pick is fantastic. What a smart guy. And I also agree Oscar Isaac should be picked. I see him as more of a Superman, I guess.
I also think that we should shout out one Brian Michaels in the chat who says Sean William Scott as an inspired in choice.
Austin inspired choice.
Awesome.
Yes. No, he wasn't. No, he didn't.
Right.
All right. Tato, what are your thoughts on how this has gone so far?
I think we all have great lists going here, and it's like I think it's a versatile thing.
Spoiler, I'm going to put together some dope graphics. I'm going to make this worth our time. You guys put some time together. I'm going to put some graphics together, so it'll be worth it for the community. But keep
Y'all
going.
put time into this?
Yeah.
Hunnam came across on my Green Arrow search. I like that pick a lot. Now I'm kind of flip-flopping between two. Holt as Green Arrow. Holt I also had for a different hero and shit, so I think that's another one. Oscar Isaac again, another versatile actor for that could fit many roles here.
You just call Oscar Isaac a bottom? Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on how
Power.
I had Nicholas
Power
Holt.
bottom.
Yeah, I had Nicholas Holt as another hero also, but I don't mind his Green Arrow. Oscar Isaac, I see him as Batman more in my opinion, but Green Arrow I can see him rocking because they're pretty much also similar, also heroes.
I get it.
Sean William Scott that made me laugh out loud. So yeah, I think that's a very good pick for Booster Gold. And Ben Foster, yeah, that guy has done so many like villainous roles. It'd be awesome to see him as one of the most best villains of all time. So yeah, respect that.
All right, and then Sean William Scott. I mean, Booster Gold is obviously one of the wild cards of this. Of obviously, if you have any like comic knowledge of it and other things, various medias and sources, you might have a deeper opinion. But in terms of just the general population of the film community, maybe not. So it could be whatever you want it to be. It's like my buddy growing up when we all had nice bikes and he had a Huffy. He's like, it could be anything you want it to be. Whatever it is, what it is. Imagination.
The Huffy was the nice bike.
Exactly. Not that we had fucking. I can't think of the names right now. Others.
Mongoose.
I did have Mongoose at one point, but that's not the one I'm referring to. Oscar Isaac, once again, I could say it now because everyone's Batmans are gone. Oscar Isaac would have been like a Batman, like in theory. Like if I'm thinking of other ones, especially as Moon Knight, it's a pretty good crossover. You know what I mean? Nicholas Hoult as Green Arrow, not the role I would pick for him. Charlie Hunnam. I'm the biggest fan of Charlie Hunnam, but I don't know what I would pick. So we'll see. And I definitely, after looking up some pics, I definitely get it though. I'm looking at the pictures, I get it. And Lex Luthor as Ben Foster. Dude, I'm awesome. All right, Jay, how are you going to start off round 10?
Motherfucker, I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome.
12, last 3 picks. Can you give us a recap of what your last 3 people are? Characters are, and then who are you going?
To suppose.
I do believe my last one was Oscar Isaac.
No, I'm talking about who are your last 3 characters remaining?
The last 3 options.
Yes, yeah. I still have Aqua. I still have like
the big people, right?
Yeah, I still have Aquaman, Batman, and Superman.
Damn, those are 3 good ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all went hard on them, bro.
Credit Jay for keeping the most awesome characters for last to keep this whole.
That's what I'm saying. So I will keep my last 2, but to start this round off, I'm gonna go with my Aquaman, and I'm gonna get it out the way right now. This is gonna be like an out of the ballpark pick, and I can't wait to see how Brian shits on it. Because I know he's the one dude outside of 69mega.com who's still watching. We're gonna go with Thomas Brody Sangster actually as Aquaman.
Okay.
Who? I'm looking him up. Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
Is he in Maze Runner?
He is in Maze Runner.
Oh, he is fucking Game of Thrones.
I believe, yes, he is in Game of Thrones as well.
I'm hoping he got bigger.
It doesn't matter. He's underwater, bro. You bloat when you're underwater, my guy. You always look bigger underwater. Like Thomas Brody Sangster has the acting chops to play this person, but also has the ability to like pack on weight to add to it. You don't always need somebody who is bulk as fuck. When you want somebody and you're thinking of somebody who is sleek and can swim through water, you want an athletic type individual here, and that's why I'm thinking Thomas Brody Sangster for Aquaman. You want somebody who is able to control not only himself and a world stage, but control himself underwater.
I respect that. All right. JPO.
Let's stay in the ocean. I'm going with Aquaman as well. I'm going Wyatt Russell.
I thought that.
22 Jump Street. You saw him in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, amongst other things. I kind of want to embrace the more lighter side of Aquaman here. Almost make him like the DCU's Thor. Have him be with the fishes, man. He also has his chops where when shit gets serious, he can do that as well. Yeah, I view him as like my kind of surfer dude, Aquaman.
They didn't even have super soldier serum.
I totally respect that. No comment. Tato.
Alrighty. We talked about acting and acting chops. I'm going to bring in the finest acting chops in this entire draft so far. I'm casting my Green Arrow. I'm going ham sandwich. Give me Leo fucking DiCaprio.
Ooh.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mic drop.
I think
he can rock the goat. He can rock the stash. He is the finest actor. I'm bringing some gravitas to the situation here. Leo DiCaprio as Oliver Queen.
Gravitas.
Okay.
Boo.
Yeah, all right.
That is gravitas.
Ant-Man, pick us up. after that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do. I think you told us to recap our last 3
You just
picks that we
might
have
drop
left.
which is fucking annoying. Yeah. Well, what are your
I have Joker left, Supergirl left, and Booster Gold left. For Supergirl, I'll bring someone who's got some acting chops. I'm gonna go with.
Is it Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, no, just because he's blonde. No,
No, it's because he can rock the miniskirt.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go with Saoirse Ronan as Supergirl.
Nice.
Oh, if you can't say her name, you can't choose her.
No, I saw YouTube. Saoirse, whatever.
Saoirse.
Yeah, try to spell it. But no, obviously she has the acting. She has the acting chops.
Sairose, Shearsha. I can spell it. You couldn't, so you don't get to choose her.
You didn't get it right.
Cyros. It's Cyros.
Cyros.
No, it's Cyrus.
I think she's a great actress, and I think she would actually want to like maybe do something else because she always does serious stuff. So it'd be cool to actually see her where like she can mellow out, do something that's like a lot more fun. So yeah, would like to see what she brings to Kara Zor-El. So she's my Supergirl.
All right. We're on to me. In my last 3 picks, I need a Booster Gold, a Supergirl, and a Green Arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Did you get a toy, JPL?
No, they don't put toys in Cheerios, man.
They haven't since the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing. Ant-Man, you're old as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Back in my day in the Cracker Jack, you'd get a toy.
I don't know the rules of Green Arrow, but I'm going with him anyway. Give me Riz Ahmed.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
No. Okay. Green Arrow. Riz Ahmed.
I just feel like as what we've established in Nightcrawler, Rogue One, and Sound of Metal, that he can bring different levels of acting to his characters. He can bring the bumbling newbie in Nightcrawler. He can bring off the bumbling newbie in Rogue One, and he can be a bumbling newbie to deafness in Sound of Metal. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he can just do a good job of being very diverse.
Don't forget Venom.
I tried.
No, he had a symbiote to help him in fucking Venom, bro.
One of the best concepts of life ever. But yeah, I was going through my list. I'm like, who's got a solid mustache? Riz Ahmed. So that was my criteria. And, diversity. All right. Everyone else's picks. Wyatt Russell as Aquaman. Actually, I didn't have him on my list, so I probably should have went him as my Green Arrow, so I should take that back. Leonardo DiCaprio's Green Arrow was terrible. Saoirse Supergirl, interesting. I just feel like I can never see her actually ever wanting to go blockbuster.
True.
That's just not her bag. But I don't hate it by any stretch of imagination. And what character did you go with yours? Jay, I forgot to actually write that.
Thomas Brody Sangster.
With your Aquaman, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just don't know who that is. Like, I'm not.
No, that's fair.
I have no.
He just wants the dance.
Yeah. So yeah. Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on everyone else?
I know Thomas Brody Sangster now from Game of Thrones, and I guess we'll have to see how that would go. But Wyatt Russell.
It's not like he has to use his legs. He's in the water.
Wyatt Russell, that is a low key good from Aquaman. So yeah, respect that. Leo, that was also something that I saw. It was like, I think I remember back in the day, it was like him and Charlie for Green Arrow. I just don't think Leo would want to do that, or even I think he would phone it in.
Wish casting.
I know. He
cares what he wants to do.
I feel like you would phone it in, though. I want to actually just have someone put effort into Green Arrow, so that's the thing. And then Riz Ahmed, I don't know. Just don't see it. So, he's a great actor. I just don't see him as Green Arrow.
It should have been Wyatt Russell. I'll say that. And I literally forgot to look at the screen. I was drinking. What are your thoughts on everyone else?
Yeah, I like it. Wyatt Russell is a great Aquaman here. Saoirse Ronan, a great Supergirl, I think. Riz Ahmed would be fun as Green Arrow. And Thomas Brody Sangster doesn't have to use his legs.
You don't though.
JPO.
Yeah, I haven't seen a hell of a lot of Thomas Brody, but I think this is a pretty good pick from what I've seen. Yeah, I guess if we're wishing upon wishes, yeah, I mean Leo's great, so I'd love to see we're gonna cast Christian Bale next. I can see
Gore
Saoirse
the
Ronan-
God Butcher. Wait.
Oh wait, I can see Saoirse Ronan doing it. Don't forget people need money, and we now have Tilda Swinton doing shit. So you know what I mean? Like people are gonna bound to be doing it sooner or later. And I do love Riz Ahmed. I don't know if Green Arrow comes to mind. You just went for the stash, but it's a good stash. So.
And Jay.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate Riz Ahmed as like a Green Arrow pick. I don't. Like I'm not even bringing in the whole Carlton Drake from Venom. I legit think that's a good pick. Saoirse Ronan as Supergirl. Okay, cool. Nobody's casting Kara for the next 12 years. It's fine. Leonardo DiCaprio is 30 years too late to play the Green Arrow. Wyatt Russell could also be Glenn Powell and be every other name on this list. Thomas Brody Sangster, underrated pick though.
All right. Back over to me. I have 2 picks left. I have my Booster Gold and my Supergirl. I'm going to go with my Booster Gold. Give me Billy Magnuson from Game Night and No Time to Die. I think he would just do a great job of being goofy, badass looking motherfucker. Like he's a big dude, and he's also silly. Like he can really draw the personality. So whatever tone we're going, I feel like he would just be a good mesh of that. I don't know shit about Booster Gold, but I looked up some picks, and this one gave me a boner. So there you go.
Yo, that guy went to MIT.
Exactly. One of the best. Wait, what? Pay attention to the credits, guys. Hey, man.
All right, so I have a Joker and Booster Gold left, and I actually had Billy Magnuson for a different character.
You can still take him. Take him.
Nah, because now I'm looking at, I'm like, I prefer someone else, so I'm gonna go with my Joker. Yeah, I'm really going down the list, but I just see him better. I want to see this guy. He's had chances to do villainous roles, and I don't feel like the movies around him were bad, but not. I don't feel like his performances were bad, and I feel like he can really do well with Joker. I want Matt Smith as Joker.
Nice.
He's awesome. He's one of he's my favorite Doctor Who, and I know he was in Morbius and what do you call it? What was the other one? He was Terminator Genesis.
Everything else that's not Doctor Who. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that's why I was scared to make this pick because I knew people were gonna shit on him, but I was like, I don't know. I just want him to. I feel like he has a chance to really shine, and because he's given chances, but just give him a chance as Joker. Maybe see what he can do with it. You know.
I definitely I digs it, my guy. All right, Tato, what's your next pick?
I got my Wonder Woman and my Robin left. I'm gonna take that Chalamet son of a bitch as my Robin.
Nice.
To my John Hamm Batman. If you can give me that stupid shrug face again, Jay.
Wouldn't be the last time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Out of his face. Since you talk shit to Jay, you got to give us 2 sentences now why that's a good pick.
That's fair. Yeah, he's just got that youthful, douchey Robin look, and like Damian Wayne is a douchey Robin. That's what we're gonna get there. So I think he will, and he is a really good actor. So I think those two will be able to act off of each other very well, since we're doing the whole shared universe bit. Yeah, he can say that really good.
Out of context, I don't know what that means. I mean, I get the character, but it's like I don't know the line. So it's like you've said that 8 times now, and I'm like,
Teen Titans go to the movies.
Still haven't seen it. God damn it! All right,
God damn it! Henry.
Yeah, by the way, it's not Robin, it's Joker for me.
Well, good fun fact there
Yeah.
from Ryan.
You've legit had enough time to watch that movie twice while we've
Told
been
you she
doing
would
this.
do it. Told you she would do it. Hey, Ant-Man.
Hmm?
You're not the only one with Kissing Booth alumni. I'm gonna go with Joey King as my Supergirl. I want to go. I want to go young. I think that's to me always the fun part of Supergirls. You know, that kind of starry-eyed, like, you know, coming to the world kind of Supergirl. And yeah, dude, look at her in Bullet Train, man. Even in Kissing Booth, like she's the best parts.
She's a diesel,
maybe
bro.
not Bullet Train, but she's the best parts of Kissing Booth. She's been acting for a long time. She's Matt Damon's daughter, and We Bought a Zoo. She's been around for a minute, man, and she's really good.
She was also the fake out Bane in Dark Knight Rises.
There you go. Come on, man. Bane, bam. DC alumni.
I love when if a shout out Cinebinge reacts. They're like when they popped up and they did that flashback. Simone was like, "That's a girl. I think that's the girl from Kissing Booth." That's not. It was hilarious, and everyone else watching that in 2012 was like, "I'm sure that's a boy." Nope, girl. All right, Jay. What is your penultimate pick as your mutant?
My penultimate pick will be the
Excuse me.
Boy Wonder, the Boy Scout, the Spandex Man himself. We're gonna go with Superman. My Superman pick
Is the cuck himself?
No, too old. But we're gonna go with the New Age cuck himself. Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to be my Superman.
Interesting. Okay. No comment.
I don't hate it, but also.
But he's like, don't call him a cuck.
Yeah, especially after Bullet Train. Come on, man.
Yo, I mean, he got pretty fucking cucked in Bullet Train. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh wait, fix Matt Smith. Matt Smith's not Robin. It's Joker.
That makes more sense.
Yo,
That whole time you were
talking, that's what makes more sense.
That whole time you were talking, I'm like, man, that's a shitty fucking Robin, dude. You're a dude. What a fucking moron, dude. That thing sucks.
Yo, he said it, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh, goddamn.
Anyway, is that it, Jay? All right. What are your picks? What are your thoughts on everyone else before you?
I don't hate Billy Magnuson as Booster Gold. I really don't. I don't think a lot of people like take into consideration how fucking funny that dude can be. He's legit one of my favorite people in game night. Matt Smith as the Joker, I don't know. I think I got enough of Matt Smith as the Joker when like him and Clara got to hang out a little bit in Doctor Who, and I love Matt Smith as the Doctor. Don't get me wrong. Timothy Chalamet's just a doucher, so if you're choosing him as Robin and Damian Wayne, like 10 years ago, perfect casting. But that man is fucking 35 years old and is still just a doucher. Joey King, I already saw her crawl out of one pit. I don't need to see her crawl out of another. And Aaron Taylor Johnson, just superb casting, bro.
You don't have to talk about your own.
You're right, I don't, but I did. So, whew, goddamn.
What are your thoughts on everyone else but Jay?
Sure. I love Billy Magnuson as Booster Gold. I think that's pretty good. Matt Smith, again, my only fear is that we are coming off of not his fault for a bad movie. He's actually one of the bitter spots. Like, he's doing what he can with what's written, but it's still a bad movie to where, like, I don't just think logically, like, maybe they might not give it away, but I think on paper he would be really good. In a weird way, Timothy Chalamet kind of has been aged out for me, funny enough. But if not, if you are going for just, someone in that age range, then yeah, I guess. Joey King, wow, dude, that's a good pick, man. No one would have went with that. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I thought about him. I don't see Superman. I almost see almost everyone else but Superman to a degree, like at least in my mind. But I think he's a really good actor to where it maybe
that'd be a good Green Arrow.
Yeah,
there's a couple Green Arrow. Yeah, there's a couple. I was thinking of him.
Hal.
Also, good Superman. I'm just saying.
He might be. Like, I like him enough where I would definitely give it a shot.
Tato.
All right, remind me. Billy Magnuson is the cat that ends up with the British chick in Game Night. Okay, yeah, cool. That's a good pick. He's definitely that kind of guy. Matt Smith's Joker, I'm down for. Fucking sign me up for that. Joey King, I'm not familiar with. Who would she be? That
You
I
saw
don't
her
know?
crawl out of a hole in The Dark Knight Rises, bro. What are you talking
Did you
about?
see
Okay,
Bullet Train?
right.
Did you see
Yeah.
Bullet Train?
Yes.
She's the
Yeah,
little
she's
girl
the
in that.
girl.
Not the little
Main
girl.
only
But,
chicken.
The
He's
young
the
girl.
wife's daughter.
Yeah, she's the Diesel. Okay, I get that.
Yeah,
now.
she's the
He-
Diesel.
Gotcha.
She's the Henry of that movie. Yes.
Okay, that's cool too. And then doubling up on Bullet Train, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm also down for that film.
Can rock the shit out of that blue suit. All right, Jay. Oh no, Ant-Man. I'm sorry. Potato to talk way longer than I expected, so I thought the world was ending. I thought I heard a knock at the cabin. Ant, what are your thoughts on round?
I had
Uh-huh.
Timothy on my list for Robin, but yeah, I feel like
He's
too much of a-
27.
Yeah, he's too much of a, but he's still
He's
too much of a doucher.
42 years old, bro.
27-year-olds play high schoolers all the goddamn time.
I'm
I
like,
am McLovin.
it's always mine.
In
That
the
gets,
90s.
it's always mine that gets interrupted.
This is
Anyway,
the way we did it in the
freaking-
90s, son.
all right, skip mine. Forget it. I don't give my opinions anymore.
No, fuck you. Say your fucking piece.
Today, Junior.
Joey King, I like his
Loud
Supergirl.
noises.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Toddy.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
All right.
He sucks his head.
I do want to shout out Matt Smith and Last Night in Soho. I feel like the way his performance in that, he would do a good job of bringing that over to Joker. So I do not hate that pick. So there is some love to Ant-Man, despite not allowing him to talk. Jay, round 12, your final pick of all time. We've been doing this the longest draft ever, but obviously it's triple in size, damn near. What is your final pick, and who is your Batman?
My Batman will be revealed right after we let Ant-Man give his piece after the last round.
We'll mute everybody. I will.
Ant-Man, give us your fucking ID.
Hey, what happened? You're muted or something. Say it again. Oh, okay. No, I like everybody's pick. I don't think anybody had a bad one, except maybe Timothy Chalamet. I don't know. As Robin, I don't know. I just don't really see my Damian Wayne. So,
Oh, you're such a dick. Just let him say his piece, Henry. Fuck.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh my god. I can't wait for everybody to lay all this shit on me. My last pick is the man that I think I have the most love for. I have it tattooed into my armpit is Batman. And you know what? I'm Team 21%. I'm going John Barenthal as Batman.
Get protector, Rick.
We would only accept Bernthal for trivia, but yes, we will accept Barenthal as your Batman because that is a new.
Barenthal. Yeah, Rick.
He. I'm not saying he's old, but he's older. What era of Batman are you going? Like, just give us a quick little one sentence pitch. Like, what era?
It's obviously not year one, but it's after like Longest Halloween, but before Nightfall. So like there's a whole lot there. Like he's like 45 years old, but if everybody else can play fucking teenagers well into their 30s, I'm pretty sure that he can play a 40-year-old well into his 60s. You know what I'm saying? Okay, John Bernthal, Batman. Fuck you.
JPO, what is your final pick, my guy? And you've muted yourself, so whenever you're ready, you're
No. I was just looking at Bernthal is only 46. We've had older Batman.
I changed it, Brian Bernthal. Fuck you.
For I'm gonna go. Well, Booster Gold is what's left. It's my Diesel. Booster Gold. I'm going with Barry from the TV show Barry, Bill Hader. I just went with someone I thought would be really funny. And yes, dyes hair blonde. Go for it. That'd be part of the fun. So Yeah, it's something I want to see.
And just have him play the Californian.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
California.
got off on 405.
What?
Sunshine. Tato, what is your final pick of the night?
I got my Wonder Woman left. She would have went off earlier, but you guys had all picked, so that's how she ended up being my last pick.
In time, we understand.
Yeah, no. I did mention we would be going back to Vikings. And I want my Wonder Woman to be a more badass warrior Wonder Woman. I'm going to go with Catherine Winnick, Lagertha from Vikings.
Blonde-haired, blue eyes.
Yep.
Okay. Fits Tato lore.
Yeah. Fun facts: John Hamm and John Bernthal within 5 years of each other. Just for what that's worth. And Timothy Chalamet remains 27.
John
not in his 30s.
Bernthal within 5 inches of each other too. So like, you're not saying a whole lot, bro.
No one going Lady Sif for Wonder Woman is interesting. Ant-Man, what is your
Thought
final?
about it.
For Booster Gold, I'm going Andy Samberg.
Yep.
We're gonna steal my SNL alumni.
No, that's a legit good pick, bro.
What is your reason on going with him?
Yeah, just I saw the picture and I was like, it could fit personality. Acting, I'm not sure, but I mean, you don't really need acting when you have Booster Gold. So yeah, just felt like he fits it.
Ant-Man meant to say like season 4, episodes 1 and 2 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where Andy Samberg had the blonde hair. Yeah.
It's fair enough. And then for my final pick, I want it that way. Oh no, someone died. I am going with my Supergirl, and I am going with Samara Weaving. I just want to see her kick some ass. If you've seen Ready or Not, you know that she can be a badass. She can be quirky. She can be fun. She can be everything that I have no idea about who Supergirl is as a person. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that, and that's all I have to say about that. All right. Recap: John Bernthal as Batman. I wanted to not speak that into existence. John Bernthal as Batman. I mean, I love John Bernthal. I literally got the Punisher tattoo on my arm, not because I like the movies, and I've never read the comics, specifically for his portrayal as Punisher. So it's like I love him as an actor and as like, you know, who he can embody, you know, in these various characters. So I mean, I don't hate that, but it's like I definitely would not see that in terms of what we're going for with this pitch. Bill Hader's Booster Gold. I mean, once again, as someone who doesn't know anything about Booster Gold and just knowing that he's like comedic and can be badass, obviously that's literally Barry, so I don't hate that. Catherine Winnick, I literally don't know who that is. I only know Vikings, Alexander Ludwig. I just knew that was just good, you know, evidence. I know him from other things. Andy Samberg as Booster Gold, once again, as not knowing anything about Booster Gold, you know, I can't hate that. And then Samara Weaving, dude, Henry, you are on a roll. Ant-Man, what are your thoughts on how this went?
John Bernthal is possibly my favorite sleeper pick so far, just because I feel like, I mean, or from what he does as Punisher, I can see him going a little bit similar route in the DCU. So yeah, I definitely love that pick. Bill Hader, I just feel like he doesn't have the physique for, because Booster Gold is a goofball, but he's still, you know, kind of imposing. So I don't really buy it. And then I don't know who the girl is for Wonder Woman, but I believe Tato when he says that she fits the profile. So, and then I had Samara Weaving as actually number 1 for Supergirl. I just went with Sorcerer just because I wanted, more acting chops. But then again, I haven't seen Samara in much stuff. But obviously I respect the pick because she was number 1 as Supergirl. I just went with a different route. So yeah.
Appreciate that. And then Tato, what are your thoughts on how things wrapped up?
I also like Samara Weaving as Supergirl a lot. I mainly know her from Bill and Ted, and she played that pretty well. So that's pretty fun. Andy Samberg was in my 3 slot for Booster Gold, so if I hadn't got Sean William Scott, I probably honestly he could have even bumped up to 2, depending on just how shit felt. Bill Hader as Booster Gold. Like, yeah, I think that type of funny guy is Booster Gold. Sandberg, Hader, Shaolin Scott falls into that a little bit in a different way. So I like all those picks. And Bernthal as Batman is good because it's like John Hamm.
All right, and JPO.
I love John Bernthal. I think he definitely fitted. My only trepidation is like Batman and Punisher do have some similarities, so I don't know if you'd want to maybe try to go a little more outside the box. But he's a fantastic actor here. Don't know Catherine Winnick, can't speak on that. Ant-Man, all due respect. How the fuck are you gonna knock me for Hader? Andy Samberg is shorter and skinnier. If you think mine's problematic for his size, I don't know how you're gonna argue yours. And I love Samara Weaving actually as Supergirl. It's a really good one. I can see her. I definitely want to see her kicking ass in like a superhero movie.
Thank you. And last but not least, Jay, what are your thoughts on round 12?
I think Bill Hader is the sleeper pick outside of Bernthal for this one. And I hate saying that because we've talked so much shit about everything it is that JPO has chosen. Catherine Winnick is great, but like Amazonians aren't white, blonde hair, blue-eyed women. Andy Samberg, another.
If only there was a way to change people's physical appearance slightly.
Oh no, it's almost as if like everything that they've ever done in comics isn't being a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. Holy shit, I don't know what we're gonna do there. Andy Samberg as Booster Gold. Legit kind of a fire pick. I made like faces and I did the clappy thing while muted. It's actually another great fucking pick. Samara Weaving, the chick from Lilo and Stitch. Yes, she plays Lilo in Lilo and Stitch. Leave me the fuck alone, okay? That's what I know Samara Weaving from.
I'm not judging you.
No, I know. You just made the face. It's fine.
No, like, I don't know. We know her from
Henry's looking it up right now. Henry's typing it in one finger at a time.
DeVay Chase?
Yeah.
Davy Chase?
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about, Jay?
Nothing, because I'm a couple of these in.
Yourself. I'm tired from fucking your wife.
How's your mother?
Good, she's tired from fucking my father.
Yeah, that's how I know her. Watch that episode.
Yeah.
Wrong.
This is why I'm not good at movie trivia without a partner.
Damn!
21%.
That's the amount of times Jay gets questions right. 21% of the time.
Yo, unless Henry's there, and then it's 79%.
Yeah, literally, I bring the best out of you. Like, literally, you make me look bad. But if
he does, though.
I ever watch him, like, dude, why are you still my partner? Like, it's really annoying.
I don't know, because I can't find anybody better. But you still stick around.
Bags. All right, here's a recap.
Timothy Chalamet out of high school.
Here is the recap. I'm gonna go just in order.
Timothy Chalamet, he's 57 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like release dates. You're 8 off minimum. All right. Henry went Evan Peters with Joker, Austin Butler as Batman, Finn Wolfhard as Robin, Glenn Powell as Aquaman, Amelia Clark as Wonder Woman, Alexander Ludwig as Superman, Shamik Moore as The Flash, Miles Teller as Hal Jordan, Ben Foster as Lex Luthor, Riz Ahmed as Green Arrow, Billy Magnuson as Booster Gold, and Samara Weaving as Supergirl. Antonio went Jensen Ackles as Batman, Jacob Elordi as Superman, Lucas Till as Flash, Tanner Buchanan as Robin, Alexandra Daddario as Wonder Woman, Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor, Alexander Skarsgård as Aquaman, Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan, Charlie Hunnam as the Green Arrow, Saoirse Ronan as Supergirl, Matt Smith as Joker, and Andy Samberg as Booster Gold. Tato went with everyone's favorite internet picks of all, Matthew Lillard as Joker, Michael B. Jordan as Superman, John Hamm as Batman, Elliot Page as The Flash, Alan Ritchson as Aquaman, Ray Fiennes as Lex Luthor, Jodie Comer as Supergirl, Ryan Gosling as Hal Jordan, Sean William Scott as Booster Gold, Leonardo DiCaprio as Green Arrow, Timothy Chalamet as Robin, and Catherine Winnick as Wonder Woman.
Ooh, can I do mine?
JPO went Dylan O'Brien as the Flash.
Yes, I can't.
Lakeith Steele. Oh, you want to read your own? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Lakeith Steelfield, yes.
Jordan Pierce Owens, JPO, picked Wes Bentley as Batman, Oscar Isaac as Superman, Allison Williams as Wonder Woman, Lakeith Stanfield as Joker, Justin Theroux as Lex Luthor, Donald Glover as Green Lantern, Noah Jupe as Robin, Dylan O'Brien as Flash, Wyatt Russell as Aquaman, Joey King as Supergirl, Nicholas Hoult as Green Arrow, and featuring Bill Hader as Booster Gold.
And featuring, and then last but not least, the Arsonist Burns went Idris Elba as Jon Stewart, Mark Hamill as a live-action Joker, Asa Butterfield as Robin, Taron Egerton as Booster Gold, Hannah John Kamen. I had to read that again. I'm like, I've never heard of that before in my life. Hannah John Kamen as Wonder Woman, Will Poulter as the Flash, Bill Duke as Lex Luthor, Sarah Hyland as Supergirl, Oscar Isaac as the Green Arrow, Thomas Brody Sangster as Aquaman. By the way, a lot of these names, I'm glad I'm not doing a poll. I'm doing pictures, and we're just going to vote in the comments. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Superman, and John Bernthal as Batman. We're going to go one at a time. Any quick honorable mentions? For me, Blake Jenner. I was picking between him for either a Batman or a Superman. Back when we were discussing Swamp Thing, I had Jack Quaid. I had other names like Kit Harington, Nicholas Hoult, Taylor Kidd, Jamil Hirsch, John Boyega, just not as non-descriptive like who I'm going with. Zach Efron was my other pick for Aquaman. Lewis Pullman was another pick for Swamp Thing. Daniel Kaluuya, non-descriptive character there. Dev Patel, Alex Wolff, and David Diggs and Rafael Cassell. I both had them as possible options for just other characters. Specifically Lex Luthor, Matt Bomber, Garrett Hedlund, Hayden Christensen.
Boo.
Alexander Skarsgård. That was the one, my Lex Luthor. That's who I would have went for Lex Luthor if I went with him. And Aaron Paul, ironically, instead of Bryan Cranston, I would have went with Lex Luthor. And then my last one for Wonder Woman, Isabella Merced, which is what she goes by now, but Monair from Instant Family and Dora the Explorer. I would have had her as my Wonder Woman, as a young Wonder Woman. The Dora Explorer, the girl, the live action.
Moner?
Yeah, but she goes as Merced now. I don't know why she changed it. I literally had to look it up. I'm like, is this the same person?
People make fun of her name like they
because
just did.
because people call her Isabel Moner.
Never mind. I don't know her age right now, so I can't even make the joke. I would joke even as someone else on the internet. Not going there. Ant-Man, any honorable mentions legitimately that you would have gone with?
Yeah, I'll just try to go quick. For Superman, I had Nicholas Hoult, Ben Barnes, and Scott Eastwood. For Batman, I had Richard Madden, Justin Hartley, and Miles Teller. Wonder Woman, I had Ana de Armas, Jodie Comer, and Blake Lively. Flash, I actually wanted to put Grant Gustin in there from the TV show. I had Dylan O'Brien, Timothy Chalamet also. Aquaman, I had Glenn Powell. I put one with Skarsgård and Alan Richmond also, but I also had Armie Hammer. I know, controversial, but Lex Luthor,
alleged cannibal Armie Hammer.
Yeah, Lex Luthor. I had.
He wouldn't eat those fish,
right?
I had a character in the movie, bro.
Yeah, I had Bob Odenkirk, Mark Strong, and Bradley Cooper for Lex Luthor. For Joker, I had Bill Skarsgård, Caleb Landry Jones, and Billy Magnuson. Robin, I had David Mazouz, who's like Batman from Gotham. I thought maybe it'd be a cool Damian Wayne, little in universe kind of joke. And then Supergirl, I had Shailene Woodley, Chloe Grace Moretz, and Zoe Deutsch.
I did have Chloe. That's also a Supergirl.
Yeah. Green Lantern had the Cuck, James Marsden.
Yeah, the Eternal Cuck.
And then if I wanted to do Jon Stewart, I had Jonathan Majors, Trevante Rhodes, and John Boyega. Green Arrow would have Matthew McConaughey, Austin Butler, or Gosling. And then Booster Gold, I had Nathan Fillion, but I forgot he's also in the Suicide Squad, so he's out. And I had actually Chris Pratt, Garrett Hedlund, and Alan Tudyk.
Tato, any honorable mentions?
Yep. For the soups, I had Taron Egerton and Austin Butler in there. I also had Dacre Montgomery as a real deep pocket pick for the Superman. You can be the Red Ranger, you can be Superman, in my opinion. Carl Urban for the Bat, as well as Bradley Cooper. And then I also had Nick Holt as a cheeky Batman pick, interestingly enough, after again seeing him in the menu. Ana de Armas was my only other Wonder Woman pick. Chalamet I also had for Flash. I flip-flopped there before I decided Elliot Page really was my Flash. Fillion I also had and totally neglected on Suicide Squad. Sudeikis is a guy I wanted to squeeze in there somewhere, maybe as perhaps as a Hal Jordan.
I can see it.
Yeah, and maybe as a Booster Gold, but I like Sean William Scott much more. Robin, my other choice would have been Justice Smith from Detective Pikachu. I think he would be a solid Robin. Did not have anything else for Supergirl. Had Michael B. Jordan as a backup for Jon Stewart, in case I didn't get him as Superman. Green Arrow, Kyle Gallner. He's been on Twitter talking about it and stuff like that. He's got the stash. He shoots arrows, so that came up. But then I decided, fuck it. And then, yep, that's all I got.
There you go. JPO, any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I had a couple of maybe almost for each. Superman, Matt Bomer. I think he could be great. Wonder Woman, at least for candor.
Yeah.
Save some money. You can't get Jason Momoa back. Roman Reigns is Aquaman.
Get his cousin.
What's the difference?
Yeah, exactly. Gonna save a lot of money there.
That's like Seth Rogen as Jonah Hill in the post credits of 22 Jump.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even have to recast anyone else except for Amber Heard. Bradley Cooper as Booster Gold. I played around with. For Batman, Carl Urban or Jake Gyllenhaal. I like. I think Ant-Man also said Mark Strong as Lex Luthor crossed my mind. Adrian Brody as Joker, I think actually could be kind of fun too. He plays around with things. An actor called Emery Cohen, who's in Place Beyond the Pines, as maybe Robin. I also have Kyle Gallner as Green Arrow, which I didn't even know was in out of just my mind thing. So that's kind of cool to hear. And Sterling K. Brown as Green Lantern also was a thought.
Just to shout this out, movies. We're just simply
movies.
Yeah.
And Jay, any honorable mentions?
Yes. Daveed Diggs as Aquaman. Let's be real here. I think that would be a fire pick. Jenna Ortega as Kara Zor-El and Anya Taylor-Joy as Wonder Woman.
I definitely thought of both of those. I wasn't sure if I could go for it, but yeah, I like.
Neither was I, but like they were definitely in the brainstorming session
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was going long, I want to shout out one more name. Jessica Roth from the Happy Death Day movies as Supergirl.
Yeah.
It was between her and Samara Weaving as my two legit.
I was gonna say, I hate to compare the two, but yeah, I definitely thought of her as well once you said Samara Weaving.
So yeah, that is our list. I'm actually gonna make legit graphics for all these because this is way too much for the poll. So I'm gonna make graphics. I'll do a side by side of the actor and the character, whether it's comic book or I'll probably do comic book one just so it's non-specific at movies, so it's not biased, and then do all that stuff. So I'll do all that stuff. It'll be posted on Confidential Movie Talk on Facebook. So if for some reason you randomly stumbled upon this video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below some of your favorite picks, who you actually would have voted for amongst the five of us, and join Confidential Movie Talk on Facebook because I usually post invites and invitations and stuff of like, hey, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do this. Who wants to jump on? Because don't get me wrong, I love having the same panel because the consistency of the quality, but also I like to mix it up for the different takes. So I do also throw that out there. So with that said, shout out Antonio Chavez, Jake Tato, Jordan Pierce Owens, and the Arsonist Burns. This is actually one of the longer ones we're probably ever going to have on the channel because usually we do have around the hour mark or less, but this was definitely worth it. I have no regrets, not a single letter. My
Tune in next week when we draft the X-Men.
All of them or none of them. Latest, Gators.